and get the victory, and that's been the case thus far this season. Just every time there may be lacking in one area, somebody else is going to step up and make a play for the Badgers.
We've talked about some good defenders. We've talked about some of the skill position players. I want to mention two other things before we get going with the game. It looks like they might do a little bit of warm-ups, but they're pretty quickly going to go to the kickoff here, Chase. I tell you what, Braylon Bailey is so important, and he's important on both sides of the football field.
He is, and right now you can see the Badgers taking the field here at the pit. And Bailey out there in their midst. He's had a phenomenal season thus far. Last week you had the matchup against Ashdown, and he was impacting the game in just about every facet. He was making open field tackles on defense and on special teams, and then on offense you saw him getting involved through the air.
Also, we should mention the offensive line. What a great job they've done all year long.
Oh, it's been phenomenal, and we talk about the talent of Jay-Sean Davis a lot on this broadcast, and he is certainly a great talent for the Badgers, but he gets a lot of help from that offensive line. They've opened up a lot of spaces for him that allows him to make the plays that he's capable of making. And then for junior quarterback Donovan Witten, giving him a little extra time to make those connections to the likes of Alex Lloyd, Trip Campbell. It's just been a phenomenal performance up front for the Badgers all season long.
So again, we're right here on the visitor side in the bleachers, so you're going to get a closer look at the Badgers than usual. A low angle, but you're going to get a really nice view of the Arkadelphia Badgers from this angle. A little lower than we typically are, but it's going to be a beautiful view on this kickoff return. As you can see on your screen, Bauxite will kick off. Arkadelphia loves this. They like the idea of getting the ball first. Here's the kickoff. It's going to be high and short. It will bounce and be picked up by Latonio Hughes back at the 15-yard line. Hughes looking for a place to go, and he doesn't find a place. Just took too long to get to the ball and pick it up. Bauxite got there, and we see a very excited Bauxite team. Bauxite says, in fact, that they have the ball. Let's see what the officials say. Yes, Bauxite recovered a fumble. Bauxite has the football, a turnover on the opening kickoff after waiting and waiting and waiting. We got an opening kickoff, and Arkadelphia turns it over on that kickoff. So a lot of excitement on the Bauxite side. We're an hour and 16 minutes late getting started in this game, and it starts well for Bauxite. The home team on senior night sets up with the 1st and 10 at the Arkadelphia 13-yard line.
And you've already got the momentum from the senior night crowd, and as well as just the general support that you have here in a home game. And now for Bauxite, you look at that kind of play, setting him up with some extra momentum heading into this matchup, and great field position inside the Badgers red zone already to start out this contest.
Hunter Farrell is the quarterback. He's a junior and a good one. He wants to hand. I know he's going to pass on first down. He's going to the end zone, to the corner of the end zone. He throws it incomplete, almost intercepted by Arkadelphia in the end zone. Not a bad pass, but that was extremely well covered.
It was excellent coverage there in the corner. Tough to see from this angle who made the play. We do have a flag on the play, though.
Yeah, the flag is down around the 10-yard line. Let's see what the call is going to be. Going to be against Bauxite. They had a lineman downfield on the pass. Lyman was downfield on the pass. They'll scoot the ball back to the 18-yard line, and it is still first down. Back to pass. He wants to throw a screen, and he will. Arkadelphia will try to cover it. To the far side it goes. He's going to break to the sideline, and he makes it to the end zone. Touchdown Bauxite to get the game started on a screen pass to the left side.
And an excellent play there for the Miners to start out the night. That was Zach Taylor making the reception. Here on senior night, the senior making a huge play. The play before, you had the penalty with the play that got called back. He almost made a catch there in the corner of the end zone, but it was excellent defense by the Arkadelphia secondary. Play gets called back. It doesn't bug Taylor too much. He's able to bounce back with another huge play right there, 18-yard touchdown reception. And now the Miners with an early lead here in the first quarter.
An early lead, and they're going to go for two. Direct snap. Devin Jones will take it. He runs straight ahead. He's a big running back. He's fighting for it. He's fighting for it. And a flag goes down at the end of the play. Waiting for the official call. It's going to go against Bauxite. Against Bauxite, illegal substitution on the call. They were going for 2 right off the bat. 6-0 Miners early in the game. Arkadelphia fumbled the opening kickoff, and Bauxite took advantage with a nice screen pass to the left side. It was well set up, Chase, and they got the touchdown, but now they've got a little farther to go, setting up at their own 8-yard line for the 2-point conversion. In fact, they might change their mind and go for the 1-point kick now. Now they're going to have to call timeout. They can't decide what they want to do, a 2-point conversion or a kick, and so they'll call timeout. Very unusual time to call a timeout, Chase. That leaves them only 2 for the entire rest of the first half.
And you don't want to burn those timeouts early, especially in contests like these. But it looked like there was some confusion over there on the Bauxite sideline. Coach didn't like what he seen, and they decided to call a timeout here to try to go over things. Because we've seen it this season, those point after attempts, they can go a long way in deciding the outcome of a ball game.
Well, we will keep it right here because we'll have an extra point attempt of one kind or another here in a moment. But Bauxite has achieved something very special in that they have scored first in a game in which they are definitely the underdog tonight. And they're going to set up now with their quarterback. So they're still going to go for 2 from the 8-yard line. Hunter Farrell is the quarterback, and he'll set up in the shotgun. They'll send Jones in motion, back to pass. He'll throw back across the middle now. It's high. It is grabbed in the back of the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Beautiful catch in the back of the end zone.
And it looked like that was another senior right there, number 14, Braden Arnold, coming down with the football in the back of the end zone there. And you got to give credit to the Miners to start out this game. 2 early penalties, but they responded in a huge way with scoring plays each time, and already now up 8-0 with just 20 seconds off the clock.
Both really excellent play calls, too. The screen pass took advantage of Arkadelphia over-pursuing to the strong side, and then, of course, the 2-point conversion, they threw it to Arnold, who is 6'3", and he just went up and got the ball. So it's 8-0 Bauxite, 11:40 left. We're in the opening quarter, and we're starting late because of a power outage here in Bauxite at the stadium. I don't believe it affected the neighborhoods nearby, but certainly affected the stadium. So it was a late kickoff. I thought the 2 teams might warm up before starting the game, but they did not. They came onto the field and immediately went to the kickoff. Bauxite is set to kick off. Arkadelphia will have a chance to start over, although trailing. And it's an onside kick. Ball is going to bounce, and falling on it is Arkadelphia at the 49-yard line. Falling on it is Trip Campbell. Campbell got it at the 49-yard line of Bauxite, and Arkadelphia will set up its offense for the first time tonight.
An excellent field position to start out their first drive of the game. We know that the Badgers can move it down the field quickly. That's exactly what they're looking to do right here. And an excellent job by Campbell doing exactly what he had to do on that play. He just falls on the ball and sets up his team with excellent field position.
Back to pass on first down, a pass to Trip Campbell. Campbell will gain yardage to the 46-yard line. That's a pickup of 3 yards. Second down 7 coming for Arkadelphia. In fact, a good spot. They'll give him the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 4. So it's second down 6 yards to go. Lloyd, Babb, and Bailey to the right side. Trip Campbell to the left. They'll throw it to Davis, and he's hit immediately. Loss on the play. Davis was hit hard. His helmet came off. He'll have to come off the field for third down.
And that was Zach Taylor there getting to Davis first with a huge hit. He made the touchdown catch just a few moments ago, and now stepping up huge on defense, setting up the Badgers with a 3rd and long here on their first drive of the contest.
Bauxite really fired up now on 3rd down and 10. They're going to hand it off. This is Bailey, and he's got some room. He's got 10, he's got 15. He might go to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. Bailey, touchdown Arkadelphia. Touchdown Arkadelphia.
And you could probably hear the visiting crowd here behind me. That really got the Arkadelphia faithful energized on that play. 3rd and long. Coach Shucker calls a run play there to Braylon Bailey, but we know that once Bailey gets into space, he's not going to lose many foot races, and that was the case right there. Turned on the Jets and is into the end zone for an early score.
Spencer Allen on for the extra point attempt. Snap is high, but the hold is good, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. So it is Bauxite 8, Arkadelphia 7, 10:39 left. We're in the first quarter tonight. Arkadelphia went for the 1-point conversion. No reason to chase that 2-point conversion early in the game. Arkadelphia plans to spend more time in the Bauxite end zone. So it's 8-7, and Arkadelphia will send its defense back out onto the field here momentarily.
And this game already moving at a breakneck pace. We haven't even played a minute and a half of football here, but already 2 scores between these two teams, 15 points combined.
That Farm Bureau touchdown came on the very first down of the game, of course, sponsored by Welch Funeral Home. We'll catch up on all of our sponsors here momentarily. We appreciate their patience also, as we had to wait a little while to get our broadcast on because there was no power for our broadcast, just like there was no power here in the stadium until about an hour and 15 minutes after the scheduled time to start. I can tell, though, Chase, we're going to make up for the lost time with some excitement. It's 8-7 already.
Both offenses seem to be firing on all cylinders to start out this contest. We'll see which defense can make the first stand.
Arkadelphia set for the kick. And it is a line drive shot, returnable from the 5-yard line. Return to the 10, 15-yard line, hit before he hits the 20, and he won't make it to the 20. Well defended by Arkadelphia. Several Badgers in on the tackle. Bailey was there. Also got help from a number of other Badgers. Buckley was in on the play. And also for Arkadelphia, a young man that's played well all season long, Ollie Ware, the senior cornerback. He stays in to play defense. So Bauxite sends its offense back out, and Chase, they've got to have some confidence now after scoring, even though it was a very short drive on their first possession.
They set the tone really well to start out this contest, but as you mentioned, Jeff, that was you had an 18-yard drive on that one. This time starting out on their own 18-yard line, got to have to drive 82 yards here for the score.
And there's movement by the tight end. Flags come down, 2 flags down, but I think they're both going to be the same penalty, a 5-yard penalty against Bauxite, and that's going to knock them back inside their 15-yard line. They'll mark it at the 13, first down and 15 yards to go.
And Bauxite hasn't had any trouble adjusting to those early penalties thus far. Have responded with a scoring play each time they've had a penalty up to this point in the game. We'll see how they respond to this penalty here. It's now 1st and 15.
Badgers line up, man in motion. They're going to move to the left. He wants to pass. He'll throw it down the middle. That's a completion to Arnold again. A run after the catch to the 30, 35-yard line and out of bounds at the 40-yard line. He found his man Arnold. That's going to be his key receiver, and he's had 2 big catches already.
And again, Bauxite responding with a huge play following a penalty. This time, a huge pass that moves them up towards midfield.
From the 39 on first down, a direct snap to Jones. Jones, the big running back, is going to get 4 yards on first down. Maybe 5.
And a good run there from Jones. Just went up the middle there for a few times, had a few blocks and was able to get a few yards up the middle, but a good job there from Arkadelphia limiting the damage.
Marked at the 44-yard line. It's 2nd down, 5 yards to go. Hunter Farrell is the quarterback, and he is going to take this snap. He's going to hand it to Jones, his running back, who tries to cut to the left side. Will get some yardage, but 3rd down is coming. They'll still need a couple more.
And a good read there from senior Landon Kewen. He got to the ball first. Made a great read at the snap and was able to take down the ball carrier quickly. And now it's 3rd and short for Bauxite.
On 3rd down, a pass play. Here's the throw to the side, a catch. Nice catch at the 50-yard line. They might give him the 49-yard line of Arkadelphia. On the catch was Aiden Palmer. He is a junior wide receiver. He's also 6'3". This is the land of tall receivers here in Bauxite. Back of the football is touching the 50-yard line, so we'll say it's 1st down from the 50. 9:28 left. We're in the first quarter. Bauxite 8, Arkadelphia 7. Arkadelphia fumbled the opening kickoff. And Bauxite got a score on a 13-yard drive. Now they are driving from their own end of the field. He's trying to pass. He'll fumble the football away. Oh, they're going to call him down. They blew the whistle before it was recovered, so it was not a fumble, and it was a sack. back to the 46-yard line of Bauxite. Farrell wanted to pass the ball, just couldn't find anybody to throw it to. And finally, Arkadelphia caught him from behind his lane, and Kewen got the sack.
That's right, Jeff. And even though that one wasn't a fumble right there, excellent play by Kewen, making his presence felt early here at the pit tonight, making another huge stop on that play, this time in the backfield.
Second down, 14 yards to go. Ball at the 46-yard line of Bauxite. Two receivers to the left side, including Arnold, who's been the key receiver so far tonight. Low snap, and the quarterback wants to run it. He is going to make some yardage to the 50, to the 45. A flag goes down. This might be another penalty against Bauxite. Looked like maybe a foul on a block. Taking the snap and running with the ball that time was Zach Taylor. He's a running back. He's a quarterback. He plays safety on defense. But he got a good run that time because of a blocking penalty, because of an illegal block, I should say. And they're going to mark the ball back to the 40-yard line. They'll get second down over again, but it's 2nd and 20.
And that's got to drain the momentum just a little bit for Bauxite on that one. Would have set them up for at least 3rd and short, perhaps even maybe got a first down on that play. But the penalty will set them back a little bit. Their 4th penalty already in this contest.
Running play. Here's Jones. He's got nowhere to go, and he's going to lose another yard. Jones is chased out of bounds. Loss of a yard at the 39-yard line. It is 3rd down and 21. Well, Mr. Farrell is going to put ball in the air right now, and you got to pay particular attention to Mr. Arnold at the top of your screen. He's the favorite receiver at 6'3". Back to pass, rolling to his left. Farrell wants to throw to Arnold. He'll throw short instead, and he'll have a completion down the sideline, but that's not going to be enough for a first down. 4th down, and they're going to need about 10 more.
And this time they got back to just about the original line of scrimmage for this set of downs, maybe a little bit more. But now you're in 4-down territory perhaps if you're Bauxite, but also would be completely understandable to see a punt here. We'll see what the Miners call on this 4th and 10 situation.
About the 48 of Arkadelphia, 4th down and 8 yards to go. Farrell at quarterback wants to pass. Looking downfield, he's under pressure, he's sacked. He's sacked by Katie Young and Bailey, and that's going to bring him down to the 45-yard line for 1st and 10 Arkadelphia. The Badgers have 45 yards to go to take the lead.
Well, Jeff, we talked about it in the pregame. We knew that Braylon Bailey was making an impact this season and already in this contest making his presence felt. That was a huge stop on 4th down there for the Badgers. Bailey did a great job blitzing the corner right there. Got right to the quarterback, and now the Badgers have it on the Miners' 45-yard line, looking to perhaps go up here with a score.
2 running backs in the formation, Bailey and Davis. Bailey blocks, Davis runs. He's got room. He's got 5, he's got 10, he's got 12. 1st down and 10 Arkadelphia, and a flag goes down at the end of the play. Flag went down at the end of the play, and this might be coming back. Is going to be holding against Arkadelphia. Unfortunate. That would have been a gain of between 11 and 12 yards. Instead, they'll bring it back from the spot of the foul. So actually, Arkadelphia will lose ground only to the 49-yard line of Bauxite. It will be 1st and 14. The running plays have proved to be fruitful so far tonight for Arkadelphia. Donovan Whitten looks downfield. Now he'll look to the sideline. Bottom of the screen is Trip Campbell, Carter Babb, and closest to the left tackle is Bailey. Lloyd to the right. He wants to pass. Now Whitten will run. Now he fires it downfield. Completion to Bailey, and Bailey gets around one tackler and has a first down at the 33-yard line. Let's see. We got another flag down, though. Did he pass the line of scrimmage when he threw the ball? It's going to go against Arkadelphia. Another holding call, it says. Well, he escaped. He wanted to pass, escaped. It looked like he would run chase, and then he threw the ball downfield, but apparently there was a hold in that process. So it's going to go against Arkadelphia. Push him back to the 40-yard line. Now they'll put it right at the 40-yard line. And Arkadelphia's got to make it to the 35-yard line of Bauxite for a first down. Yet another first down, but this time they are 25 yards away. First and 25 for Arkadelphia. Bauxite sends everybody out to the quarterback. Screen pass to Bailey. He's got some room to run. Bailey hits the sideline. He might score. To the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Arkadelphia. Braylon Bailey, but there's another flag down way back at the 45-yard line. Let's see what that's going to be. Way back at the 45-yard line, a flag. Let's see what it's going to be. My goodness.
And if this one does go against the Badgers,
it is a penalty against Bauxite, and it's a touchdown. Pushing call against Bauxite and a touchdown.
And how about that? Braylon Bailey with another score already in this contest. Make that 2 long touchdowns for the senior already in this game. Plus, he got that sack on 4th down. He's making an impact in just about every facet of the game this far.
A running touchdown, a pass reception for a touchdown. Beautiful call. Screen pass being called when Bauxite was blitzing everybody. He got into the secondary and then had to beat the safety, and he just outran him. Beautiful play, and Arkadelphia has the lead. Extra point is up, and the extra point is good. 6:59 left first quarter. It is Arkadelphia 14 and Bauxite 8. We will be back with more Badger football after this.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We are back at the pit, and I mean that in a positive way. That's what they call it here at Football Stadium at Bauxite. The Bauxite Miners play in the pit. It is usually a place where they win, but they're having a little trouble right now with that Arkadelphia offense. 14-8. Bauxite got a touchdown after the opening kickoff was fumbled by Arkadelphia, a 13-yard drive. After that, 2 nice drives for touchdowns by Arkadelphia. Line drive kick, that is going to be allowed to bounce at the 5. It'll go in and out of the end zone. So a touchback. That's what you're looking for if you're kicking off. Bauxite has had some success offensively, but Arkadelphia was able to hold, got a 4th down sack on the last possession by Bauxite. But we have seen some skill position players that have been impressive. Arnold at receiver in particular, Farrell at quarterback, and they got a big running back by the name of Devin Jones.
It's been a very impressive start for the Miners here tonight. It was an excellent stop by Arkadelphia's defense just a few moments ago that led to another touchdown for Bailey, and they'll be looking to do something similar right here. Miners will start out at their own 20-yard line.
Direct snap to Jones. He's a 215-pound running back. He's going to get some yardage, 4, maybe 5 yards if they give him a good spot. A couple of Badgers in on the tackle, including Wilson. Ball just short of the 25-yard line. 2nd down coming. Farrell wants to pass. In trouble. Hit by Wilson. He's going to be sacked. Wilson makes 2 nice plays in a row, and that sack took quarterback all the way back to the 17-yard line.
Wilson did an excellent job there of getting off of his blocks, got into the backfield very quickly there and brought down the quarterback for a pretty big loss on that one. It's going to drive him back past the original line of scrimmage. That's Arkadelphia's 3rd sack already in this game. That defensive front offering a lot of pressure thus far.
5 receivers in the formation for Bauxite. Farrell wants to throw. He'll throw short. Ball is batted away and incomplete. And that was Wilson again. Wonderful job. Wonderful job. A tackle, a sack, and then he batted the ball down. Also a good play by Arkadelphia linebacker. We saw in putting pressure on the quarterback, Marvion Berry. Good play by him. Here's the punter, who is the quarterback, and he'll send it past the 50. Good roll for Bauxite inside the 40. Going to roll down to the 30-yard line, but Arkadelphia is glad to send its offense back onto the field. And we'll be back with more Badger offense after this.
Under perfect conditions, your car traveling at 65 miles per hour can stop in about 300 feet. That's the length of a football field.
But a fully loaded tractor trailer, one that weighs 80,000 pounds, will take 2 football fields to stop. And that's if the driver is rested, paying attention, and the truck and load is proper.
Great to see the junior back out there for the Badgers. He's such an impact player for this offensive unit, and he made his presence felt early upon returning. 5 catches for 56 yards a week ago.
7 yards on first down. Now Witten in trouble will spin. He'll run. He'll make some yardage. A little bit short of a first down, but he got some positive yardage. Arkadelphia is just short of the 50-yard line, so the Badgers need about a half yard for a first down. 3rd down and less than 1. 4:42 left. We're in the first quarter. Arkadelphia 14, Bauxite 7. Badgers have scored on their 2 possessions. Witten takes the snap, moves forward, and he's going to have a first down and more. They're going to move the pile about 4 yards. They needed 1, and they got 4.
Strong run there from Witten. He's not going to shy away from contact in those situations. He loves to come in those short yardage packages right there, and that time keeps it for himself and runs up the middle, picking up the first down and a little bit more.
Witten wants to pass. He's under pressure. He will throw an incompletion, try to get it up to Davis. He was hit really hard by Taylor, who's had a good game. Zach Taylor's had a good game for Bauxite. But Witten is up and okay. 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. 6 Miners are showing a desire to blitz on this play. They don't have their defensive lineman in a 3-point stance. And now a throw, and Bailey again. He makes a good play. Breaks 2 tackles, breaks the 3rd tackle. He's still running. He's going to finally be caught from behind and brought down at the 12-yard line. What a game so far by Bailey.
An excellent play there from the senior. Bailey's another guy that's not going to shy away from contact that time. Strong catch and an even stronger run after catch, shaking off a few wimpy tacklers. It looked like he may have gone the distance, but still an excellent gain for Arkadelphia.
First down from the 12, off tackle to the left it goes. Davis is going to have 4, maybe 5 yards on first down. And finally, the flags have started staying in the pockets of the officials. Going to be 2nd down from the 7-yard line after a 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5. Arkadelphia can make a first down at the 2-yard line. Back to pass. Witten under pressure will throw a pass. It is incomplete. Incomplete at the goal line. Tried to get it to Babb. From the 7, it is 3rd down and 5. 4-down territory. So Arkadelphia has 2 more plays. You could kick a field goal, obviously, from here, but Arkadelphia has been able to run well, and we might see the ball go back to Davis. Here's the handoff. It is Davis up the middle to the 5, to the 4, to the 2. Touchdown, Arkadelphia. Jay-Sean Davis.
And that right there shows the kind of confidence that Coach Trey Shucker has in his senior running back. You're not going to see a lot of coaches call a running play on 3rd and 7 from the 8-yard line, but Jay-Sean Davis is no ordinary running back, proving right there why Shucker has so much confidence in him, taking it in from 8 yards out for a 3rd score here in the 3rd quarter for Arkadelphia. Offense firing on all cylinders to start out this contest.
Extra point attempt. Ooh, flags go down and they stop the play. Flags go down, they stop the play. Arkadelphia will have another chance, but they'll kick it from 5 yards farther back. And so instead of the normal 20-yard extra point, it's going to be a 25-yard attempt. The Badgers are set for the kick. Spencer Allen, really excellent kicker for Arkadelphia, is ready. Here's the kick. His kick is right through the goal post and good. Arkadelphia 21, Bauxite 8, 3:24 left. We're in the first quarter. Arkadelphia gave up a touchdown beginning the game after fumbling the kickoff, and since then, 3 straight touchdowns. We'll be back with more Badger football after this.
Price & Company Insurance is the area's only trusted choice independent insurance agency. What is that, you might ask? An independent insurance agency works for you, the customer, and not the insurance companies. So the next time you're shopping for home, auto, business, life, or health insurance, we invite you to experience an unprecedented level of customer service and expertise. Call or click for a quote today.
We have such great appreciation for all of our sponsors. Of course, our first quarter sponsor is Taylor King Law. We weren't able to go to a pregame show because of the power outage, but Southern Bancorp, we appreciate you for being our sponsor of our pregame show. Kickoff is going to be returned from the 12-yard line up to the 20-yard line. Looking for space and not finding any is the return man. He'll be brought down at the 29-yard line. On the return for Bauxite was Gustavo Rico.
It was a pretty good return there from Bauxite to set them up with decent field position to start out this next drive, but great job there from Arkadelphia's special teams unit, getting to the ball carrier pretty quickly there and preventing any more forward progress.
You're going to get a great look at this play as the defense lines up. Coleman Callan on the camera. We're in the visitor stands, folks. That's why you got a little closer angle, a little lower angle tonight. Pass to the near side. This is Arnold looking for a place to go. He's going to be hit by 3, 4, 5 Badgers. And the lead tackler that time for Arkadelphia getting there and making a big hit was Max Wilson.
And Wilson's another guy who on defense has been making an impact from up front. He made a huge play earlier in the game with that nice deflection as well as the sack on that last drive. And this time, doing another great job getting to the ball carrier early.
2nd and 11, running right up the middle and gaining maybe 1 before being tackled by Wilson. Also in on the tackle for Arkadelphia was Tucker Guy.
And Jeff, I think we're seeing the confidence building in this Arkadelphia defense the longer they're out there on the field. They've looked really strong over these last couple drives.
Badgers line up to defend on 3rd down and 10. Bauxite down by 2 scores now. Will throw across the middle and throw incomplete. Tried to get it to, well, there were 2 receivers in the area. Noah Britton was in the area along with Aiden Palmer, but he missed both of them. And it's 4th down and 10. And Farrell was hit hard again. He has been sacked a couple of times, hit hard after the pass that time or as he was throwing the pass. And he'll stay in and presumably punt the ball. Farrell backs up to kick from his own 28. Kick goes downfield. No one there to return it. It's going to be allowed to bounce. Takes a huge bounce for Bauxite. Inside the 20, it will roll dead just before it will reach the 15-yard line. So it's a long field now for Arkadelphia after that nice roll on the punt. And we're going to take a break here with 2:09 left in the first quarter. Arkadelphia leading 21-8. We'll be back after this.
Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home.
Handoff up the middle, big room for Davis. He breaks the tackle, cannot stay on his feet, but a beautiful run up to the 35-yard line.
And all it takes is one good run like that to get Davis going. That could be a huge momentum booster for the Badgers as they get back quickly here to the line.
He'll mark it at the 34-yard line. First down. Here is a pass batted down and incomplete. Fine defensive play that time by Bauxite's linebacker Robert Scudder.
And he did an excellent job there of getting into the backfield. Witten had a man downfield, but a deflection right there as he was throwing the ball. Just good all-around play there from the Miners defense.
Witten wants to pass under a lot of pressure. They're going to sack him this time. He cannot get away back at the 24-yard line. Wanted to throw the ball to the left side. May have been looking for Trip Campbell, but could not get the pass underway. And after that long first down run to the 34, Arkadelphia's run 2 plays and lost yardage back to the 26-yard line. So it's third down and very, very long. But don't count the Badgers out. They've had some long plays tonight. Flags go down. Going to be movement, I think, on the Arkadelphia side. That'll back them up by 5 more. Yeah, an early move by an Arkadelphia lineman. We can see it from here. And it will be third down and very long. Well, the offense overcame penalties on the last possession, got a touchdown anyway, so they'll try to do it now on first down and very, very long. Back to pass. They'll throw it to the far side. Here's Bailey again. Bailey's got some room. He is hit. He'll break 2 tackles. A flag goes down, and they'll finally bring him down. Let's see what the call is going to be. It might be on the tackle. It might be on a block. Let's see what the officials say.
And Bauxite's coaching is indicating that he wants to decline, so it looks like that is going to be a penalty on Arkadelphia, and indeed it is.
Yeah, another holding call. Arkadelphia's had its share of those tonight, but the Badgers have scored on each of their last 3 possessions. This one in danger, though, as it is third down. I said first down moments ago. It's mistakenly marked as first down on the scoreboard. I'm going to have to stop looking at the scoreboard. It has not always been correct tonight. It is third down. The box is correct. And they'll decline it, and it'll be fourth down. So Witten will punt the ball away. Bauxite is not going to send anyone deep. Here's the kick. Very good kick. End over end. It should bounce for a while, and it will. Inside the 30. Inside the 20. And they just flipped the field on Bauxite, just like Bauxite did to Arkadelphia moments ago. First down and 10 for the Miners at their own 16-yard line. So Arkadelphia will send its defense back out onto the field, and Bauxite will send its offense back out, an offense that scored on its first possession, but only a 13-yard drive after Arkadelphia fumbled the opening kickoff. Since then, the Arkadelphia defense has really had the number of this offense.
They really have, and they've gained a lot of momentum with each drive that we've seen. Of course, Bauxite capitalizing on the good field position to score on that first drive, but each of the last few drives ending on Bauxite's own side of the field or with a punt.
Farrell at quarterback wants to throw deep, and he's got a man wide open. Arkadelphia did not cover up Arnold, and he's got an open field to the 40, to the 30, to the 20. He's going to score. Arnold ran a deep pattern. They faked a run. Arkadelphia thought it was going to be a run and let him go. He was wide open, and Arnold will score on the long touchdown of 84 yards. 84-yard touchdown pass on a blown coverage by Arkadelphia, and Bauxite is right back in it. 21-14. We'll see if they'll go for 2 again, or if the Miners might decide to kick it this time.
At the moment, offense is staying on the field, so it looks like we are going to see a 2-point conversion. But what an excellent play it was to set up this 2-point conversion. Arnold already with 2 touchdowns in this game, doing a great job there of capitalizing on the mismatch.
All right, the trick formation. Let's see what they'll do. They'll hand it off, and Jones is hit immediately. Did he get to the end zone? Jones did not. They failed on the 2-point conversion, so it's a 7-point lead for Arkadelphia. 1:05 left in the first quarter. Arkadelphia looked good on that 2-point conversion try and keeps a 7-point lead. We'll be back with more Badger football after this.
Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime supporters of the Arkadelphia Badgers and Lady Badgers. Contact Welch Funeral Home at 870-230-1400 or visit them at 202 South 4th Street near downtown Arkadelphia.
Arkadelphia is set to receive the kickoff. Bauxite with that long touchdown pass is close to within 7 of the Badgers. It's Arkadelphia 21, Bauxite 14, 105 left here in the first quarter, a very eventful first quarter. And they will kick it short. It will be allowed to bounce. Now Arkadelphia needs to fall on it, and they will. Badgers take control at the 41-yard line as Alex Turley came down with the ball. And now flags go down. Flags go down. And it's going to go against Bauxite. Yeah, we've got some upset fans here on the visitor side, and it is not hard to see why, because an Arkadelphia Badger was hit from behind as he was coming off the field, but the officials saw it and threw the flag. That's the main thing. So I don't know if they'll kick the young man out of the game for Bauxite, but his coaches have pulled him to the sideline, and everybody's trying to calm him down a little bit right now. All right, 2 flags down, and the officials are talking. I'm sure you've got a decision to make here if you're the officials, because clearly a Bauxite player pushed down an Arkadelphia player as he was coming off the field, hit him from behind, and then there was almost a bigger issue than that, we'll say. But that did not happen as the officials and the coaches separated the teams. The Bauxite coaches came running out and got their young man off the field.
And you got to give credit to both coaching staffs there for getting their players off the field and preventing an even bigger incident there, but definitely not a good display of sportsmanship at all on that last play. We've seen tensions flare a little bit on plays before this, but that time things may be reaching a little bit of a boiling point.
This was on a kickoff. The ball was spotted at the 43-yard line of Arkadelphia. A very short kick, but Arkadelphia fell on it to keep the possession. So the Badgers will have the ball. It's just a matter of where the ball is going to be placed. Going to be unsportsmanlike conduct against Bauxite, and they have removed him from the game. So Bauxite's just lost their best running back, Devin Jones. He will not come back into the game, and they will mark it. Well, he clearly made his move while the Badger was running off the field, hit him from behind and hit him way after the play was over, and so they have removed him from the game. And that's harmful for Bauxite, not just because of field position, but he's their best running back.
That's right, and you've got to be smart in situations like that. Tensions are very high in a matchup like this. These are two teams that have a lot of history between each other, but especially when you're right in this game and you're one of your team's top players, you got to be smart in those situations.
It's also a way to really get the Badger offense charged up and into it right now. First down at the 41-yard line of Bauxite. Whistle blows, and we're back to action. Running play. No, the play action pass to Campbell to the 30, to the 25, breaks the tackle and makes it to the 20-yard line. Really good play action pass. I thought he had handed off, but Witten pulled it back out and threw it to Campbell.
Jeff, I don't think you were the only one fooled on that play. It was an excellent fake there on the play action pass, and Witten finding Campbell downfield. These two haven't lost a step despite those few weeks that Campbell was out, and he makes another huge play right there, and now the Badgers already in the red zone.
From the 20, here comes a blitz. Witten has to throw quickly. He will not escape the blitz. Now he throws it, and a completion right back to the line of scrimmage. He avoided the loss on the blitz. As he was being pulled down, he threw a complete pass to Davis. What an amazing play by Donovan Witten. No gain on the play, but a very exciting play just to avoid the sack and get the ball to Davis, who was hit as soon as he caught the ball. So Arkadelphia lines up for second down and 10. It's been an eventful night in many ways. Back to pass. He'll fire the ball into the flat. Here's Trip Campbell to the 15, to the 10. Campbell to the 5, and a flag goes down. Going to be a blocking penalty against Arkadelphia, I believe. Let's see. Trip Campbell made a nice run after the catch. It was a good call. Again, Bauxite's doing a lot of blitzing, Chase, and so Arkadelphia took advantage of it, but there was a call against Arkadelphia as a blocking penalty. Will bring it back to the 24-yard line of Bauxite. So Arkadelphia has second down over again, but the Badgers have second now and 14. Again, they marked these holding calls off from the spot of the penalty So the penalty was down on the 14-yard line. We'll take it back to the 24. Back to pass, Whitten. And flags go down and a motion call against Arkadelphia. So the Badgers made some offensive mistakes. They've been able to score 3 touchdowns anyway, but now they're going to put the ball back to the 29-yard line. Well, the players have to be a bit discombobulated on both sides just because of the strange way in which the game was delayed by a power outage here in Bauxite that occurred while they were warming up. Back to pass, Whitten. 6 blitzers looking for someone to throw to. He'll fire it downfield to Loy, who catches it at the 21-yard line, but he goes to a knee to catch it. So 3rd down coming. The Badgers need 11 yards. We are at the end of the first quarter, a very eventful quarter, a long-awaited 4th quarter, but it is Arkadelphia 21 and Bauxite 14 at the end of 1 quarter tonight. We'll be back after this.
As a family-owned sporting goods supplier since 1950, Southwest Sporting Goods understands the value of customer service and is committed to providing the best quality customer service and merchandise available. Southwest Sporting Goods is located in Arkadelphia, but also has salesmen that cover the entire state of Arkansas to help ensure that their customers will receive the best customer service and pricing that can be found. Southwest Sporting Goods, located in downtown Arkadelphia, supporting the Badgers since 1950.
Back to the action. Just about to begin the 2nd quarter. Arkadelphia 21 and Bauxite 14. I like what I'm seeing right now, Chase, and that is head coach and quarterback coach Trey Shucker talking to his quarterback, Donovan Whitten, because Donovan's played well tonight, but he's seen a lot more blitzing against Bauxite than we've seen against other teams, so he's getting some help from his coach on how to handle that.
You're right, Jeff. And when you look at how Bauxite's lining up tonight, the line of scrimmage, they're not like a traditional team. They're not going to get into that 3-point stance like you see from a lot of defensive lines around the conference and around the classification. They're going to be standing up and kind of moving around a little bit, maybe even a few yards back from the line of scrimmage. And sometimes that can throw things off for a quarterback that isn't used to that kind of defensive system, but Whitten's done a good job responding so far.
Whitten will throw to the sideline and throw incomplete. Threw it a little high, a little hard, and Bailey could not pull it in as he was waiting for the short pass. And now Arkadelphia faces a 4th down.
And that was a good play call right there. Braylon Bailey, we know that when he gets into space, he's so dangerous. That time calling a screen pass, trying to get him just that, but the ball just going through his hands, maybe a little bit too high on that one. And now
field goal opportunity coming now as Spencer Allen's onto the field. Now he's going to be kicking with a swirling wind. It's a strong wind, but it's not straight down against him or in favor of him. It's swirling a bit, so he's got to try to keep it between the goalposts here from 38 yards. Kick is up. The kick is just short. It was a really good kick. He did keep it between the uprights, but it just fell short from 38 yards out. With this wind blowing, it did not help him, and the result is Arkadelphia's unable to come up with points on the possession.
And we've seen the wind changing direction quite frequently throughout the early parts of this contest, and it really did kind of shift there as the ball was snapped and he went up for the kick. That time, the elements working against Allen, but we do know that he is capable of drilling those. This time, the weather not on his side.
No doubt that Arkadelphia was stopped on that drive by its own penalties, not so much by the Bauxite defense. But now the Bauxite offense, if they can get a touchdown drive, can tie this game or even take the lead if they can make a 2-point conversion. They have been 1 for 2 so far on 2-point conversions. Arnold, who got the long touchdown pass moments ago, is going to be covered now by Latonio Hughes. The officials are having a long conversation that's delaying the beginning of this possession for Bauxite.
And speaking of Bauxite's offense, it'll be interesting to see how they respond to having Jones out of the game thus far. Out of the game, he takes a lot of direct snaps for Bauxite, crucial part of their run game. So now if you're on that Bauxite sideline as a coach, maybe having to change up your scheme a little bit with one of your key players out of the game.
On 1st down, they're going to run the ball. Not much room there, a little bit of positive yardage, but then the tackle by Arkadelphia. Alex Wilson was in on that tackle. He's been on a lot of tackles. Ian Ellingston is the new running back in. Alex Turley also in on that tackle for Arkadelphia. Badgers line up on second down, a running play. Going to the right side and making some yardage this time on the carry all the way up to the 40-yard line. A good run by Zach Taylor. The senior's having a big night on senior night.
He is. That time he got some open space, and great job there up front by the Bauxite offensive line, giving him that space, and he capitalizes by getting into the open field.
Ball spotted at the 42-yard line. Farrell is the quarterback. He'll pitch it. And this time tackled in the backfield. Loss on the play. Big play by Bailey. He's been all over the field on offense and on defense. They pitched it to try to get to Zach Taylor outside, but he never made it outside as Bailey got there for the tackle.
Textbook open field tackle there from Bailey. He's been making those all season long, and you could really see the surprise on Taylor's face. He just never saw him coming on that play.
Loss of 7 on the running play, and it will be second down and 17. Farrell sends a man in motion. Now he wants to throw it. He looks for Arnold. Now he'll go to the other side of the field. He's running. He's looking. He'll throw a short pass. Knocked down, almost intercepted by Caden Young. Oh, my.
And we know that KD Young is capable of making interceptions on plays like those. He had a pick 6 earlier this year against Hot Springs. That time did a great job of putting his hands up. If you put your hands up, you never know what might happen. This time it's just a deflection, but still an excellent play from the sophomore.
Third down, 17 yards to go. Farrell sends Arnold in motion. He'll roll to his right. He'll throw the ball to Arnold, and it's incomplete. He had to reach for it and couldn't pull it in. It's fourth down and very long, and one would think that Farrell is about to punt the ball away.
And an excellent series there from the Arkadelphia defense. Not only stopping the Miners offense, but also driving them back a little bit on this set of downs.
Ball at the 35-yard line. He will punt. It is a low bouncing football at the 40 of Arkadelphia. It's going to roll dead this time without quite as much damage. They'll pick it up at the 32, maybe the 33-yard line. So Arkadelphia has much better field position to get started this time at its own 33. Offense meeting right down here in front of us before they go back out onto the field. Trying to make sure they got everybody in the game that should be in the game. One of the Badgers cannot find his helmet. Now they've got it together, and the Badgers will be out on the field here momentarily. 10:25 left, second quarter. Arkadelphia 21, Bauxite 14, and the Badgers line up offensively. Bottom of your screen. 3 receivers, but a run up the middle, and here's good room for Davis. He's got it to the 50, to the 45, 40. He's going to go to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Arkadelphia. A touchdown run of 67 yards, a one-play drive.
What a play there from Jay-Sean Davis. That time, the Badgers had 4 men out wide, maybe tried to make it look as if they were going to throw a pass there, but they handed off to Davis, who's right there by Witten, and he runs right up the middle. And he's got that size and strength, but also that speed when he breaks into the open field, and he had nothing but green grass ahead of him on that run. Excellent play by the Badgers.
Spencer Allen on for the extra point attempt. His kick is up, and his kick is good. Arkadelphia 28, Bauxite 14, 10:15 left. We're in the second quarter of this very eventful night here in Bauxite, Arkansas. We'll be back after this.
As a family-owned sporting goods supplier since 1950, Southwest Sporting Goods understands the value of customer service and is committed to providing the best quality customer service and merchandise available. Southwest Sporting Goods is located in Arkadelphia, but also has salesmen that cover the entire state of Arkansas to help ensure that their customers will receive the best customer service and pricing that can be found. Southwest Sporting Goods, located in downtown Arkadelphia, supporting the Badgers since 1950.
Arkadelphia is set to kick off, now leading by 2 touchdowns once again. 10:15 left. We're in the second quarter. Allen is out for the kickoff, along with Brock Curry. Curry off, and the left-footed kicker is often kicking off. And Spencer Allen's out there, so he could go left-footed or right-footed here. Keeps the return team guessing. And here's the kick. It's going to be Spencer Allen, and the kick is deep, and the kick is returnable from the 8-yard line. Running it back right up the middle of the field. There is some yardage there, and then Arkadelphia is going to cover him and knock him down just about the 25, maybe the 26-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. First down and 10 for Bauxite. They're going to spot him down at the 26. First and 10 at the 26-yard line for Bauxite. Fun night to be in the stands here on the visitor side in Bauxite. Loving this action. Watching the home crowd. Watching the visitor crowd, I should say, from Arkadelphia. Running play is going to get some yardage up to the 30, maybe the 31-yard line. I'm not cold. Are you, Chase?
No,
no, it's a nice night.
This visiting crowd that we have here tonight helping to heat things up a little bit. And I must say, it's an excellent crowd, a sellout on the visitor side here tonight at the pit, not an empty spot in the stands. We even have some fans standing up there towards the front, so a little bit of an overflow here tonight. The Badgers do an excellent job of traveling well, as they always do.
You're exactly right, and on that play, a penalty flag went up. It's going to be marked off against Bauxite, so that's going to knock the Miners back a bit. They scored on their first drive, a 13-yard touchdown drive after Arkadelphia fumbled the opening kickoff. They have scored once more on a long pass, a broken coverage and a long pass. Arnold getting the touchdown. He actually scored both a touchdown and a two-point conversion on the first score by Bauxite. So Braden Arnold, whose father Benny played for Arkadelphia, has had a good night for Bauxite tonight. Here's a pass on the far side, but look at the Badgers defending. 3-4 Badgers involved over there. Good defensive work. Ollie Ware's over there. Wilson's over there. Buckley's over there. Good work by the Badger defense. It's going to be third down and long.
That's another instance of Arkadelphia doing an excellent job of keeping their eyes on the ball. You had 3 or 4 Badgers with their eyes locked on that ball carrier, and they were able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
We've got a different view, being just a few feet from the Arkadelphia sideline, Chase. And one thing I've noticed is that Donovan Whitten is anxious to get back on the field, and I think he's going to get a chance because there's a third down pass that falls incomplete.
And why shouldn't he? They've had excellent momentum up to this point in the game, already putting up 28 points on the board, and we still have over 8 minutes to go here in just the second quarter. They've been looking good thus far, and the junior quarterback, I'm sure, is ready to get back out there and improve on what has already been a great night.
Farrell is the quarterback. He's also the punter. I would think they would kick from this spot on the field.
Going with the hard count here, maybe trying to draw him off sides, and now he drops back for the punt.
4th and 11. He will kick the ball away. It's a high, longer kick this time. Let's see what the bounce does, and it's going to be a shorter bounce. You know, the low bouncing kick so far has been the best thing for Bauxite because Arkadelphia doesn't send anyone deep. That time it took about a 3-yard bounce and went out of bounds. So Arkadelphia has good field position at its own 35-yard line.
And as they proved on that last drive, it doesn't take them a lot of time to cover that kind of distance, especially when you have a run like the one Jay-Sean Davis did, a 67-yard touchdown run on that last drive, and I'm sure he's anxious to get back out on the field and try to build on that right here.
That was a one-play drive. We'll see what Arkadelphia will do now on first down from its 35. Well, let's give it back to Davis. Davis up the middle, breaks the tackle. It's going to get about 7 on first down. That's a good play. 2nd and 3.
Good, strong run up the middle there by the Landers Award finalist. Does a great job of shaking off the contact and extending the play.
And 2 receivers go out a little bit early, and Arkadelphia is going to back up by 5. A little miscommunication. And they get 2nd down over again, but they're going to lose 5 of the 7 they just gained on first down. So it's going to be 2nd and between 8 and 9. 2nd and between 8 and 9. Badgers going to have Loy, Babb, and Bailey to the near side, bottom of your screen. Campbell at the top of the screen. Whitten back to pass. He'll throw the ball. It's complete to Loy. A run after the catch to the 45. He'll be tackled but he's got a nice gain. Forward progress up to the 48-yard line. That's a first down, Arkadelphia, a Welch Funeral Home first down.
Excellent play there by Loy, extending the drive and extending the play on that one with some nice footwork at the end, pushing forward for that extra yardage. It was a good open field tackle there, though, from Bauxite that stopped his forward progression.
Show, throw to Loy again. He's got good yardage again, close to a first down as they knock him out of bounds. Bailey with a good block at the line of scrimmage, but a flag goes down, so let's see what this call is going to be. Looks like it's going to go against Arkadelphia. Well, the block that I just gave credit for may have been the one that was called. Boy, it looked like a good block to me, but instead it's going to be a penalty. They'll mark it back to the 46-yard line. Arkadelphia has been fighting back on penalties throughout the night, but the Badgers have 4 touchdowns and less than a quarter and a half. And the Badgers line up again. Same formation. Campbell to the left side, 3 receivers. To the right side, back to pass. They're going to throw long down the sideline, and overthrowing Bailey is Whitney. Tried to get it deep downfield, but Bailey was covered that time, and he may have thrown that out of bounds on purpose because he did not have a wide open receiver as safety was coming over to help.
And initially it looked like Bailey did have a little bit of space, but the Bauxite secondary was closing in a little bit. Probably could have made a play on that one.
Second down and long. They need about 11. Run. This is Davis. He'll break a tackle. He'll break another one, and finally they'll take his legs out from under him, but it's a gain. And the gain will go up to the 48-yard line, maybe the 47-yard line. They'll make it the 47-yard line of Bauxite. Third down for Arkadelphia. This might be 4-down territory. They're going to pass. To the right side it goes. Good catch by Loy and a first down. Beautiful catch by Alex Loy. A Welch Funeral Home first down, and Arkadelphia still on the move.
Textbook play there from the senior, dragging his feet to stay in bounds and making the short catch there to move the chains.
Back to pass is Whitney's looking downfield. He's got 3 receivers on the right side, or the left side. There's a pass over the head of Bailey and caught. Did he come up with it, or was it incomplete? Oh, it was intercepted. I thought he had dropped the ball, but he just pulled it in before he hit the turf, I guess. So an interception at the 15-yard line. Bauxite has the ball back. Ball came loose, but apparently he caught it again as he was getting to the ground. The officials certainly much closer to it than we were, so they called it a completion and interception for Bauxite, stopping the Arkadelphia drive at the 15 of the Miners. He did overthrow the pass. And the wind picks up. Just as Farrell, I think, would like to pass the ball, and now they're going to send Taylor back to do the direct snap run, and he'll take it up the middle and gain a couple and fumble, and Arkadelphia's got it right back. Arkadelphia has it back. Turnover, and Arkadelphia has an opportunity now. Offense very quickly running back on the field. Big hit on Taylor as he came across the middle. He lost the football. And Arkadelphia will have the possession. Let's see what yard line they're going to be on. I'd say that's about the 18-yard line. First down and 10 Badgers. So another opportunity to score their 5th touchdown of the first half.
And it seemed like the big question heading into that play was going to be, how is the defense going to respond to the turnover? Pretty simple answer, create one of their own.
Running play, this is Bailey to the right side. He's got some yardage to the 15, to the 12, and he'll be down. But a good run on first down by Bailey.
Nice footwork there from Bailey at the end of the play to try to extend it for a few extra yards. Already a solid run leading up to the end of that play. Senior having an excellent night here at the pit.
Davis is the running back to the right of his quarterback, Donovan Whitten. He's going to hand it to Davis. Up the middle he goes. Davis, touchdown, Arkadelphia. Big hole, and he sprinted right through it.
And hats off there to the Arkadelphia offensive line, creating the space for Davis, who capped it off with a strong run up the middle. It looked like he went in untouched, and that's all due to that Arkadelphia offensive line creating some excellent space for him. The senior goes in for the score, and now Arkadelphia perhaps going up by 3 possessions right here.
Extra point attempt. Snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is perfect once again. And this time it did not hit a power line and knock the electricity out of the stadium as it did earlier. So Arkadelphia goes up 35-14 after that touchdown by Farmers Bureau. And we'll be back with more Badger football after this.
At Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone CPA, we seek to provide accounting, tax, and financial planning services to individuals and small businesses with proficiency and integrity. Serving Arkadelphia since 1977, our staff looks forward to meeting your financial goals of today and also becoming your financial advocate for life. Visit us at 205 North 25th Street or call 246-8991 today. Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone LTD says go Badgers.
If you're just discovering that we're on the air tonight, well, shame on you for not just letting your screen be blank for an hour and 15 minutes before you tuned in for the broadcast, because it is an Arkadelphia lead of 35-14 with 6:19 left in the second quarter. We had a power outage, and it lasted seemingly a long time, but hey, we're playing some football now. Here's a kickoff. It's going to roll through the end zone, and Bauxite will let the touchback occur. And they'll have a first down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And you know the Arkadelphia defense has got to be feeling energized after creating a turnover on just a one-play drive for Bauxite the last time out on the field. They've done an excellent job here tonight. They've brought quarterback pressure early.
Bauxite to the line of scrimmage. Farrell back at quarterback. Taylor is the running back next to him. They're starting running back. Well, now they're going to throw a flag. They had a late substitution, illegal procedure going to go against Bauxite. That'll back them up to the 15-yard line, first down and 15. They lost starting running back because he made a late hit after a kickoff, hitting a player from behind who was running off the field, and they just kicked him out of the game. But cooler heads prevailed, and we went back to football pretty quickly. First and 15 for Bauxite. Farrell at quarterback has an awfully good receiver, and now flags go down again. They're going to back him up 5 more. Another procedure penalty. I was about to say that Braden Arnold has had a good night at receiver, and he has lined up to the near side, number 14 on your screen for Bauxite. His dad, Benny, played for Arkadelphia, but Braden grew up here in the Bauxite area and has been a 3-year starter for them. He has played well for Bauxite. Farrell has played well when he's not been knocked down. He's been sacked multiple times tonight. Now he's got a first and 20 back at his 10-yard line. He'll send Arnold in motion. He wants to throw it to Arnold. Under pressure, he fires it downfield, gets a completion to the 15. Smaller back is going to make a nice move across the 20 to the 21-yard line. On the catch for Bauxite was Garrett Oliver. Ollie Ware made the tackle for Arkadelphia, and the Badgers line up on defense once again. Second down and 9 yards to go. Farrell will throw the ball to the far sideline, overthrows Oliver, his intended receiver. It's third down and long.
A little bit of a miscommunication there from Bauxite. Wide receiver trying to come back and catch it on his route. But that one just had a little too much mustard on it. And it's going to be third down for the Miners at their own 21-yard line.
Third down and long. Farrell probably going to pass the ball again. He's accustomed to throwing a lot of passes in every game. A junior quarterback, so the Badgers will see him again next year. Farrell will roll out this time. Right-hander rolling to his left. He'll fire it and throw it out of bounds. He had no opportunity to throw a completion, so he just fired the ball downfield and out of bounds. No attempt at completing that pass as no one was open.
And credit that one to another excellent pressure by Arkadelphia's defensive front, and also some great play by the secondary, giving him few options downfield. So now Bauxite once again faced with a fourth down deep in their own territory.
Fourth down, 8 yards to go. Farrell is going to punt. His kick is high. No one back. It's allowed to bounce, but it doesn't take much of a bounce this time for Bauxite to the 40 of Arkadelphia, to the 39, 38-yard line of Arkadelphia, and it rolls dead. Badger offense back on the field. One of the things I love about this vantage point, Chase, is that we've seen some things up close that we usually only see through the binoculars. One of those is that while the defense was on the field, we saw the offensive line gathering near a monitor and their coach going over some things with them to take to the field on this possession. You love to see that kind of preparation while defense is on the field, offense is preparing for their next possession.
And that's something that Coach Shucker talks about a lot when it goes into the preparation of this team. They're always preparing for the next play up, and this coaching staff for the Badgers does an excellent job of mentoring these young players and getting them prepared for those next situations that come up in the game.
Witten wants to throw. He'll go to the sideline, gets it to Babb. A beautiful, beautiful leaping catch. First down at the 48-yard line, 47-yard line of Bauxite.
And a nice athletic catch there from Babb, going up and getting the football. A little bit of coverage around him, but he shakes it off and comes down with the football for a nice gain there for the Badgers.
Spot the ball at the 48-yard line. First down and 10. The Badgers in Bauxite territory. Pass to the right side, a completion, and another good gain on first down. Short of a first down, but a good gain. So after that pass for a Welch Funeral Home first down, another good gain on first down, and it's second down and short. Witten throwing strikes so far on this drive. He'll fake a handoff. Now he's going to roll to his right. Little short pass is available. Witten will run instead and make a first down. He'll be knocked out of bounds, but a first down and 10 Arkadelphia on a Welch Funeral Home first down.
Solid run there from Witten as the play broke down. He was rolling out to his right there. It looked like he might have had a man or two downfield, but Bauxite secondary closing up his options. He just decides to run with it there, and he picks up the first down himself. From
the 36, handoff. Here is Davis up the middle. He's hit by two defenders, by three defenders. He is throwing defenders left and right, but he'll fall down himself inside the 30-yard line. That's still a good gain on first down. You pick up 7 or 8 on first down, you have a lot of great options on second and short.
And Davis is not a guy that's going to shy away from contact. In fact, he thrives on it. He initiates it a lot of the time, and that time able to throw off some tacklers. And it looks like we have a timeout on the field called by Bauxite.
Bauxite has called timeout. They need to regroup a bit with Arkadelphia driving down the field again. So we'll take a break also. We'll be back with more Badger football in this game. The Badgers lead 35-14 here in the second quarter after this.
Call State Farm agent Austin Wingfield at 870-246-2162 today.
Our thanks to State Farm and all of our sponsors. Of course, our first quarter sponsor tonight was Taylor King Law. Second quarter, Turner, Rogers, Manning, and Plyler. And a halftime sponsor will be Southern Bancorp. Southern Bancorp is also our pregame sponsor. We didn't get to have a pregame tonight, but we love Southern Bancorp anyway. Hey, thank you for sponsoring a pregame show that was darked out, but we're going to have a halftime show, and we'll bring it to you here in 4 minutes and 22 seconds. Arkadelphia wants to pass. A pass across the middle, wide open is Babb. He's got some room to run after the catch. He's up inside the 10-yard line. What a beautiful run after the catch, right across the middle by Carter Babb. 2 catches on this drive and big gains each time.
And that was just a simple pass play there to Babb, but he's able to get into open space and extend the play, getting down inside the 10-yard line. Excellent play from the junior. Excellent run after catch.
They spot it at the 8-yard line. First down and goal, Arkadelphia. A fake handoff, and Witten's going to keep it. He's going to have some yardage down near the 5-yard line. Bauxite pursues, makes the tackle, but still a gain on first down. Spotted at the 5, so it's second down and goal from the 5-yard line for Arkadelphia. To the wide side of the field, Tripp Campbell and Bailey. Running back is Davis, quarterback Witten. He's going to hand it to Davis up the middle. Nobody touched him. Touchdown, Arkadelphia.
And it's hard to stop Jay-Sean Davis when he gets down to the goal line. Another touchdown there for the senior running back. Great space opened up there by the Arkadelphia offensive line, and Davis does a great job there of running up the middle and getting into the end zone quickly for another Arkadelphia score. They've already got 20 points, perhaps 21 here with the PAT in the second quarter.
It's a great half for Arkadelphia after a slow start. Allen gets the ball up and through, and Arkadelphia leads it 42-14 with 3:29 left in the second quarter. Arkadelphia in control of this game here in Bauxite. We'll be back with more Badger football after this.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands. Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
Arkadelphia set to kick off. Putting the ball on the tee is Brock Curry. We might see him kick off with the left foot, or we might see Spencer Allen with the right foot. We've seen plenty of both this year as the offense has been potent, and Arkadelphia has done its fair share of kicking off. Arkadelphia 42, Bauxite 14. We're still in the second quarter tonight. Late start because of a power outage, but a good start now for Arkadelphia. High kick is going to be caught and returned from the 10-yard line. Looking for space. Now reversing field, running up the middle. And he'll get good yardage up across the 20 near the 25-yard line. First down and 10 for Bauxite. On the return was Ian Ellingston. Hard to remember now that Arkadelphia fumbled the opening kickoff and gave up the first 8 points of the game. Since then, it's been 42-6 Arkadelphia.
It's just been an all-around strong showing from the Badgers here tonight. On the road, the Pit is not an easy place to play, especially if you're a visiting team. But the Badgers have responded well here tonight.
Low snap, now picked up, but a very short run. This is I believe it's the 9th grade quarterback who has just checked in.
Number 6,
Hunter Farrell, he says, is on the carry. Let's see. He is in the game, so I guess that is correct. They do have a backup quarterback tonight who I think did take that snap. Now a timeout has been called, and so we'll take a break. Arkadelphia 42, Bauxite 14, 3 minutes, 9 seconds left, and we'll be back after this.
For over 75 years, Mary and Martha's Florist and Gifts on Main Street in Arkadelphia has served the people of Arkadelphia and her surrounding communities, providing a wide variety of floral and gift needs. Do you have a special occasion that calls for just the right touch of creativity? Join the many who call David Goodman at Mary and Martha's to create a floral arrangement to fit their needs and budget. Call Mary and Martha's at 870-246-2446 or visit their location at 921 Main Street in Arkadelphia. Mary and Martha's Florist is a proud supporter of the Arkadelphia Badgers.
Back to action. 3:09 left. We're in the second quarter. Arkadelphia 42, Bauxite 14. And this is Farrell back at quarterback. He's going to hand off. A little bit of a gain, but a nice tackle by Turley. A couple other Badgers in on the play. McEwen was there, and Arkadelphia also got some action from Tucker Guy. Timeout has been called. Arkadelphia wants to get the ball back. You know, Arkadelphia, Chase, could put this in a one more touchdown. They could put it into the mercy rule by halftime. So Arkadelphia very much wants to get the ball back. We'll take a break. This is Arkadelphia Badger football. We'll be back after this.
Thanks for meeting me here.
No problem. You know, Farm Bureau Insurance has local agents making this kind of thing real easy.
Well, your auto insurance has saved me a lot on old Becky here.
Harold, your dog swallowed the remote again.
Who's that?
Older Becky.
Oh. Ugh.
Real service, real people. That's Farm Bureau Insurance.
Call Clark County Farm Bureau today at 870-246-4554.
Back to action. It's third down, 10 yards to go for Bauxite. Arkadelphia would love to get the ball back, put the offense back on the field. Long pass, and it's going to be overthrown and incomplete. I think he meant that for Arnold, but he threw it in between Arnold and another receiver. No chance for a completion. It does stop the clock. That's an advantage for Arkadelphia. 2:56 before halftime. And the Badgers will likely see another punt from Farrell.
And a little bit of a misfire there from Farrell, but credit Arkadelphia's secondary there for giving him few options downfield. Great job in coverage.
He is going to kick it. The ball will go near the far sideline and out of bounds before it can take a roll at all. So Arkadelphia is going to get great field position and plenty of time with 2:50 left to try to send this to the mercy rule by halftime. It didn't look that way when it was 21-14, but Arkadelphia's just completely dominated the game from midway through the first quarter on.
And momentum swings went back and forth in that first quarter of play, like you mentioned, Jeff, but Arkadelphia has really seemed to nail it down here in the second quarter. We've seen them put up 21 points here in the second quarter of play, and then on top of that, also holding the Miners off the board.
Lloyd, Babb, and Bailey, all three receivers, have caught the ball tonight. They're lined up on the left. They're going to run a screen, and that goes to Bailey, who's hit. Now he'll escape that tackler. He'll make it to the 45, to the 48. He escapes another tackler to the 50 and knocked out of bounds finally at the 46-yard line of Bauxite. What an amazing run. Not a touchdown, but a big highlight anyway. Goodness.
And that one sure to fire up the Badger faithful here tonight at the pit. It looked like he was going to be taken down at the line of scrimmage or maybe just a little bit behind it, but he shakes off one tackler, two tacklers, three tacklers, four tacklers, and then finally is taken down, but not before getting another Welch Funeral Home first down for Arkadelphia.
From the 46 of Bauxite, first down for the Badgers. They're going to hand it to Davis. Davis will hit it. He's going to run into too many Miners to go very far, but it's not a bad gain on first down. He's going to pick up yardage across the 45. They'll mark it at the 43-yard line. So we got 3 yards, 2nd and 7. Once again, Lloyd, Babb, and Bailey to the right side, Trip Campbell to the left side. They'll want to pass, but he's hit immediately. A blitz on the play, and they got to him this time. Back to the 50-yard line, it goes on the sack. Kyle Vokey on the sack. Coming from his blind side, Whitten never saw him. Good job, Whitten, just to hold on to the football in that circumstance.
Exactly like you said, Jeff. Heads-up play there by the sophomore. He knew that Whitten didn't see him coming, and he just ran around and made the sack in the backfield.
3rd and long for Arkadelphia. Whitten back to pass, facing a blitz. He'll step forward. He'll throw the ball to the sideline. What an amazing catch, and he was in bounds. That's a great catch for Arkadelphia. Not a first down. Ball up to the 38-yard line. It's very close to a first down, so they're without a doubt going to go for it on 4th down. They need 2 yards. 4th and 2. What an amazing one-handed grab by Davis. And now he'll stay in the backfield as a running back. And offsides. On 4th and 2, Bauxite jumped offsides. Five-yard penalty and a first down for Arkadelphia. Lots of time left at 1:25. Arkadelphia has 1 timeout left in the first half. Arkadelphia trying to send this to the good sportsmanship rule here by halftime. Back to pass, Whitney looks deep. He'll throw short. It's complete to Lloyd. Lloyd tries to get around the defender. He'll make good, nice yardage up to the 26, maybe the 27-yard line when they spot the ball. We'll call it the 27, but that's a good gain on first down.
That's right, Jeff. That one is going to keep the Badgers moving forward, and Lloyd did a good job there of extending the play, pushing the ball forward for extra yards.
Running play by Davis. He's covered up by defenders, but he'll drag them for a first down inside the 20. Just drag them for a first down. Ball spotted at the 20, but it's a first down at 10 for Arkadelphia. Welch Funeral Home first down. Pass across the middle. It's complete near the goal line. Is he in? Yes! Touchdown Arkadelphia. Alex Loy with the score.
That's a movie we've seen a few times this year already. Donovan Witten connecting with Alex Loy in the end zone. This time he runs up to the end zone on his route and then crosses to the middle of the field where he hauls the ball in wide open and gets the score for the Badgers.
After scoring the touchdown, now he'll set up as the holder on the extra point. The hold is good, the kick is up, and the kick is good. It is Arkadelphia 49, Bauxite 14. So Arkadelphia is in position now to send this to a rolling clock in the second half. The Badgers have really come through offensively, defensively, and they have dominated the game here in Bauxite. We'll break, and we'll come back with the kickoff after this.
When severe weather knocks you down, Shelter Insurance is there to help pick you up. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
In Arkadelphia, contact Shelter Agent Chad Kesterson.
Of course, everybody in Arkadelphia very proud of the Arkadelphia High School Marching Band. Aaron Seal will be our guest at halftime after the band performs, but we won't be able to bring you that halftime performance because we're on the wrong side of the field. We couldn't get a gig on the home side, so we're in the visitor stands tonight. Rolling kickoff, and they'll fall on it, so Bauxite keeps the possession. But the Miners have fallen far behind now at 49-14 Arkadelphia, and complete control, only 45 seconds left before halftime. They're going to spot the ball at the 27-yard line. First down and 10 for Bauxite. What a job by this defense, and 49 points through the offense tonight. Arkadelphia, after a slow start, has just performed beautifully. Farrell at quarterback in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He will throw it into the flat. It's a complete pass and a short gain. And it will go out of bounds. That'll stop the, well, no, it won't stop the clock. They're going to let the clock continue to run. So Bauxite lines up quickly after that gain of 5. Arnold goes in motion. Back to pass. Farrell looks downfield, wants to throw, and overthrows his intended receiver. Incomplete. Tried to get it to Garrett Oliver. 19 seconds left. Clock is stopped now.
Good job there from the junior Carter Babb, reacting to that football right there. Almost came up with the interception, but still an excellent play with the deflection, and now it's third down for the Miners.
Babb's had a nice night offensively, now playing cornerback on defense. Farrell wants to throw the ball under some pressure. He'll fire the ball deep downfield, and it is picked off. This is Buckley, a return from the 40. He's to the 50, to the 40, knocked out of bounds, but a nice catch, tipped by Hughes and caught by Buckley. Kobe Buckley is a senior. Nice play on the deep pass. Hughes tipped it, and his teammate Buckley caught it.
Excellent teamwork there between the two Badgers. Latonio Hughes setting up with the tip for Buckley to come down with the INT. He had a huge one a week ago against Ashdown in the Badgers' own red zone.
Now the Badgers are huddling with their head coach, Trey Shucker. 8 seconds remain. So if the Badgers want a touchdown here, they might just go for the end zone immediately. They're going to line up with Bailey at running back. Davis is a wide receiver on this play. 3 receivers to the short side, the right side of the field. Bailey is in to block. Witten rolling around will fire the ball to the end zone. In the corner of the end zone, 3 receivers there, but it's incomplete. And the band will check it out down there beyond the end zone. Good try for another touchdown before halftime, but Arkadelphia has already put it into the good sportsmanship rule for the second half. We're going to have a rolling clock through that half. First, we have halftime festivities, and we again won't be able to bring you the show for the Arkadelphia High School Marching Band because we're on the wrong side of the field. They didn't have room for us on the home side, and so we're set up here having a happy time in the visitor stands along with the Arkadelphia fans, but we're on the wrong side of the field to bring you the halftime report. We are going to bring you an interview with Aaron Seal and talk about the Arkadelphia High School Band and all that they have been involved in and the many victories they have already won in marching contests so far this year. We'll bring that to you a little bit later on. But first, let's take a break. We'll be back with more after this.
Doctors Gary and Rob Rucker are proud sponsors of this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Dr. Gary and Rob Rucker supporting the Badgers since 1996.
Roadrunner is fueling good 1 gallon at a time, including for our very own Arkadelphia Badgers. When you fill up at Roadrunner's designated spirit pump on Pine Street at I-30, 3 cents of every gallon will go straight back to our school. This fall, Roadrunner is giving us the option to fill our tanks and our cups with a free fountain drink when we show our spirit pump receipt. In just 2 years, Roadrunner has donated more than $75,000 to local schools through this community-based initiative. We can't drop the ball now. This football season, let's head to Roadrunner to support our Badgers. Follow Roadrunner Stores on Facebook or visit roadrunnerstores.com for more information.
Locally owned and operated, Java Primo is the official coffee house of ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. In addition to coffee, drinks, and desserts, we also have wonderful options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Shop our gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com or visit us on Main Street in historic downtown Arkadelphia. Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more says, Go Badgers! The Board of Directors of South Central Arkansas Electric Cooperative believes in the necessity of high-speed internet access in rural South Central Arkansas. South Central Connect was created to fill a need other internet providers are not able to provide to our area. South Central Connect, through our local cooperative, brings the necessity of internet service to your house, much like they did electricity in the 1930s. Sign up today at southcentralconnect.com or call 855-269-3429.
Andy's Restaurant at the corner of Pine Street and Walnut Street is proud to support Arkadelphia Badger football. The Badgers love Andy's biscuits, and we know you will too, so stop by for breakfast and try a biscuit or some of our great breakfast options. Stopping by later, try one of our classic items like our Andy Burger made with 100% always fresh, never frozen grade A Black Angus beef. Want something different? How about our pork nachos or our golden fried catfish fillets with hush puppies? We have many more options as well, and don't forget ice cream and our other desserts. Andy's Restaurant, proud sponsor of Biscuits for Badgers every game day morning. R&T Dixon's Exxon stores are proud supporters of this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Locally owned and operated by Randy and Tanya Dixon, we welcome you to visit any of our 3 convenient locations in Arkadelphia and Caddo Valley. Fill up your tank and get your snacks in our stores located at each I-30 exit and also near downtown by Washita and Henderson. Visit Dixon's Family Store at 3036 Pine Street or Tiger Mart on North 10th Street in Arkadelphia, or visit Dixon's Valley Exxon at 144 Valley Street in Caddo Valley today. R&T Dixon's Exxon stores say Go Badgers!
Glad to be right back here at halftime. This is Jeff Root, and joining me in a moment is Jim Rothwell. I tell you what, I want to say thank you to Chris Babb because he got us on the air tonight in difficult circumstances. But I also want to say that I won't mention a brand name, but he gave us these little packets. You shake them, and they're supposed to keep your hands warm. And the only thing keeping my hands warm is shaking them all the time because this little packet is doing no good whatsoever. However, I appreciate the effort on Chris Babb's part, and maybe we'll try a different name brand next time we're out in the cold weather. We are in the stands tonight, Jim Rothwell, and I'm kind of liking it out here. We're hearing a lot of reaction from the fans around us, and Arkadelphia, of course, is having a very, very good first half as the Badgers fell behind 8-0. After fumbling the opening kickoff, gave up one long touchdown when there was a busted coverage, but otherwise 49 points for Arkadelphia. Jim, it's been a half to remember.
It really is when you've got 49 points, so you know there's some yardage. Donovan Whitten, 18 out of 23. That's 78%, 214 yards and a half. the one interception, and then 2 TDs there. Bailey, a big night. 5 receptions, 85 yards, 3 rushes for 56 yards. Davis, a big night. 3 receptions for 24, 16 rushes for 161 yards. 3 TDs there rushing. Alex Lloyd, 5 receptions for 54 yards. Trip Campbell, 3 receptions for 25. Carter Babb, 2 for 26. Again, Davis had 3 for 24. So altogether, 432 yards in a half. 214 passing, 218 rushing. That's putting some yardage and big plays. I mean, we saw Bailey make big play after big play. Davis, big runs as well. Lloyd with some big catches. Campbell with several long catches. Just phenomenal offense the first half. Other than the penalties, which really didn't seem to stop them, it was almost a perfect first half.
Jim, it really is amazing. I mean, to give up the holding calls they gave up on him, make first downs and touchdowns anyway is amazing. To have a balanced offense that also produces in total over 400 yards of offense in one half. This is a team that seems to be peaking just before they reach the playoffs. Arkadelphia's playing great football right now.
A few things to clean up, particularly the penalties, and sometimes that's been pretty good, but several times that's been an issue. But if you can overcome them, that's one thing, but there are going to be times when you can't. One of the things that set this up is I got to see the junior high game last night in Bauxite, and none of our defensive linemen are in a stance. They're all standing up, jumping around, moving around from place to place. That can create some missed plays, some lost plays, but if you know how to do that and attack it quick, you can get big plays. That's what happened on Deshaun Davis' run. He just hit the crease where they were coming and got by him, and he was gone.
They blitz a lot from that formation, and it has worked a few times. They had a couple of sacks tonight, but more often than that, it has come back to haunt them, especially on the running plays, because if you're standing up on defense and an offensive lineman comes at you, they're going to get the leverage and going to knock you out of the way.
They can take you where they want you, and the running back just has to make a cut. And also, if you are standing up and doing the blitz or rush, and the quarterback gets it away quickly like they've done on several of these screens, you don't have anybody out there to make the tackles.
Arkadelphia certainly was prepared to that, calling screens tonight, very successful screen passes. They've also been able to throw the ball downfield on occasion. A lot of short passes to the flat, and they've been delivered very well by Whitten to his receivers and a multitude of receivers.
Right. Just about every one of the receivers has 2 or 3 catches tonight, or more. And spreading them out, and then they're able to make some yardage after the catch, too. That's the big thing with Arkadelphia's receivers.
Jim, you attended the 9th grade game in which Arkadelphia won the conference championship last night. Give us a report on how that 9th grade looks. They're going to dress out with the varsity beginning next week.
To me, freshmen, they were a team. They were very well organized, had very few penalties. Some really good players that we're going to enjoy watching in the future. I'm excited. Maybe some of them will get to play in the playoffs, particularly the first round. They might get a chance to get on the field. I think there'll be 2 or 3 of them we might get to see a little bit in the first round of the playoff.
Jim, one of the things I've loved about being here in the bleachers and so close to the sideline, the Arkadelphia sideline tonight, is that for one thing, you realize when you see faces, these are young guys. I mean, you forget sometimes that you're watching high school kids playing football. I mean, these are young guys, and they have so much enthusiasm. They are bouncing around on the sideline. They're excited about playing together. They are excited about the work. They're very supportive of each other. And the offense prepares when the defense is on the field and vice versa. They're well organized, they have great attitudes, and they work very hard, and they're very excited to be here and to be able to play tonight on a night when, frankly, at one point we wondered if there would be football tonight. We remind you again that before we got started, during warm-ups, there was a loud explosion, not a scary explosion.
Yeah.
Everybody's heard Transformers blow before, and that's exactly what it sounded like. But it was startling because it was very loud and very near the stadium, just to our right. And at that point, the lights that were on, the field lights were not on because it was still daylight, but the lights that were on began to go out. And so we had some electricity, including the press box throughout the outage, but the field lights were out of commission. the power company came, and then another truck came. A lot of attention because a lot of people had gathered for this game, but it was an hour and 15 minutes late getting started. But we were so fortunate that we were able to play tonight because it took a lot of work to get those lights back
really
on,
did.
to get everything working again. And it was only when that electricity came back that we could get enough signal from our internet connection in the coach's office nearby that allowed us to get on the air. So we appreciate the Bauxite folks for working at it.
Yeah, you really appreciate them coming out on a Friday night, probably after they've worked, and a cold and windy night, so you appreciate that. The other thing I enjoy about the sideline is watching the coaches interact with the players.
Yes.
They're teaching them the whole time. They're encouraging them, and that's really been good. We might talk a little bit about the defense, too. It's been almost as impressive other than the one big play. Farrell, the quarterback, 10 out of 21. That's 48%. Did have 153 yards, but 86 of that came on one big play. And, again, Arnold had the big play for the touchdown. Rushing, 11 carries for 40 yards. They really haven't rushed very much. They've thrown 21 times, rushed 11. No big rushing plays, no real long rushing plays by any of the runners. Of course, their star running back is out because of a personal foul and being ejected from the game. And I think that probably hurt them, particularly then you're almost forced to pass because they really don't. From what we've seen, they really don't have another running back that can carry the load that he would normally carry.
Yeah, really a shame for him. Also,
really
they kind of lost control on that play. He's a senior, and this is senior night, and he was removed from the football game, and he's a 215-pound running back who runs the direct snap as well. So that was a loss for Bauxite when they lost him in the lineup.
And, it was the play was over, and there wasn't any reason, but sometimes in the heat of the game, your emotions get the best of you.
Yeah, it's a shame. But Arkadelphia earned every bit of those 49 points and have a Mercy Rule lead here at halftime, so we're going to see a rolling clock in the second half. That means, Jim, a lot of the young guys are going to get to play in the second half. That has been happening a lot lately, and that's important for the development of the younger guys.
It's going to be exciting to watch this team over the next few years. There's a good group of juniors and sophomores. And, again, that ninth grade class coming up is very good. Some talented players that we'll see start next year.
Jim, we appreciate your stat report and the conversation here at halftime. We're about midway through our halftime. The Arkadelphia band has not performed yet. Bauxite chose to send their band out on the field first, and so Arkadelphia will be out there soon. We won't be able to bring you that as we normally would because we're on the opposite side of the field. Again, no opportunity to be on the home side, and so we're on the visitor side, but having a great time here in the visitor stands as we have set up in a spot where you're able to see a unique viewpoint, and we're able to bring you the game. Just glad we've got a game after the power outage earlier tonight. At halftime, it's Arkadelphia 49 and Bauxite 14. We'll be back after this.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Under perfect conditions, your car traveling at 65 miles per hour can stop in about 300 feet. That's the length of a football field.
But a fully loaded tractor trailer, one that weighs 80,000 pounds, will take 2 football fields to stop. And that's if the driver is rested, paying attention, and the truck and load is properly maintained.
If you're in an accident with a big truck, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
Get the experienced team that's going to be on your side, by your side.
Price & Company Insurance is the area's only trusted choice independent insurance agency. What is that, you might ask? An independent insurance agency works for you, the customer, and not the insurance companies. So the next time you're shopping for home, auto, business, life, or health insurance, we invite you to experience an unprecedented level of customer service and expertise. Call or click for a quote today.
Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime supporters of the Arkadelphia Badgers and Lady Badgers. Contact Welch Funeral Home at 870-230-1400 or visit them at 202 South 4th Street near downtown Arkadelphia. As a family-owned sporting goods supplier since 1950, Southwest Sporting Goods understands the value of customer service and is committed to providing the best quality customer service and merchandise available. Southwest Sporting Goods is located in Arkadelphia, but also has salesmen that cover the entire state of Arkansas to help ensure that their customers will receive the best customer service and pricing that can be found. Southwest Sporting Goods, located in downtown Arkadelphia, supporting the Badgers since 1950.
At Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone CPA, we seek to provide accounting, tax, and financial planning services to individuals and small businesses with proficiency and integrity. Serving Arkadelphia since 1977, our staff looks forward to meeting your financial goals of today and also becoming your financial advocate for life. Visit us at 205 North 25th Street or call 246-8991 today. Eccles, Thompson, and Kneebone LTD says Go Badgers.
Call State Farm agent Austin Wingfield at 870-246-2162 today.
Welcome back to the Southern Bancorp halftime show. Chris Babb, Chase Hartzell here. The Arkadelphia Badger Pride Marching Band getting to play half of their halftime show. They're going to be allowed to play the third and fourth songs of their halftime show tonight. This is the View from Above. This is actually the view from behind of the View from Above as the Arkadelphia Badger Pride Marching Band. We were hoping to have Aaron Seal on with us at halftime, but with the Arkadelphia Band going last in halftime, that's most likely not going to be able to happen. And so we will tell you that the Badger Pride Marching Band will compete in the state championship contest Monday evening at 6:45 at War Memorial Stadium, going for another state marching championship. Tremendous show. Wish we were able to bring it to you, but not able to because they are playing facing the other way. We tried that a few years ago and just didn't quite work out. So Chris Babb along with Chase Hartzell. And Chase, good first half. Jim and Jeff talked about that. Not the only game going on. Probably the only game at halftime right now. So several games are over. Give us a little bit update of some scores from around the state.
Thanks, thanks, Chris. Right now, we've got some scores from around the 7-4A. We'll start out with Fountain Lake and Haskell Harmony Grove, two teams who have seen some improvement since the last year, and both of them looking to pick up some key wins here in the late season. This time it's Fountain Lake coming up with their third win in conference play, 28-21, the final score in that one. Up next, you've got Malvern and Nashville. The Leopards at home in that one. They pick up the victory 40-19, almost ensuring themselves a spot in the playoffs. And then finally, it was a matchup that a lot of people had circled on their calendars heading into this week. It is Robinson versus Ashdown. Robinson on the road, undefeated up to this point, and they will stay that way with a 21-8 victory, and that win ensuring them a conference championship in the 7-4A this season.
So Robinson moves to 6-0 in conference play. Arkadelphia on its way to being 5-1 in conference play. Ashdown 4-2. Malvern also with that win moves to 4-2 as well. So a big Friday night setting up in week 10 of high school football as Arkadelphia will host the Malvern Leopards. You hear in the background, you see on your screen the Arkadelphia High School Badger Pride Marching Band finishing with their Lenny Kravitz song Fly Away. If you haven't heard that, it is quite an entertaining show, and we invite you to come out next Friday night and check out the whole show as they get a nice round of applause from the Arkadelphia fans on the visiting side. That was the abbreviated Arkadelphia Badger Pride a view from above show as they will exit the field. The Badgers are back on the field in the end zone to our right, getting ready for their second half warm-ups. The Miners about ready to make their exit from the field house, and we will have second half action when we return. Your score: Arkadelphia 49, Bauxite 14. Second half action after this timeout. You're watching Arkadelphia Badger football on Arkadelphia Badger TV. We invite you to keep your phone or computer on and go ahead and check out the 10 o'clock news and sports, and you can find out the rest of the scores because it's about time. It's 10 o'clock, and we will be done in about 45 minutes. Lord willing, the creek don't rise and the lights don't go out again. We'll be back after this timeout. You're watching Arkadelphia Badger football on ArkadelphiaBadgerTV.com.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands: Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
For over 75 years, Mary and Martha's Florist and Gifts on Main Street in Arkadelphia has served the people of Arkadelphia and her surrounding communities, providing a wide variety of floral and gift needs. Do you have a special occasion that calls for just the right touch of creativity? Join the many who call David Goodman at Mary and Martha's to create a floral arrangement to fit their needs and budget. Call Mary and Martha's at 870-246-2446 or visit their location at 921 Main Street in Arkadelphia. Mary and Martha's Florist is a proud supporter of the Arkadelphia Badgers.
Doctors Gary and Rob Rucker are proud sponsors of this Arkadelphia Badger broadcast. Dr. Gary and Rob Rucker supporting the Badgers since 1996.
Get real attention on your auto insurance. Get real auto, home, and life insurance. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
Roadrunner is fueling good 1 gallon at a time, including for our very own Arkadelphia Badgers. When you fill up at Roadrunner's designated spirit pump on Pine Street at I-30, 3 cents of every gallon will go straight back to our school. This fall, Roadrunner is giving us the option to fill our tanks and our cups with a free fountain drink when we show our spirit pump receipt. In just 2 years, Roadrunner has donated more than $75,000 to local schools through this community-based initiative. We can't drop the ball now. This football season, let's head to Roadrunner to support our Badgers. Follow Roadrunner Stores on Facebook or visit roadrunnerstores.com for more information.
When severe weather knocks you down, Shelter Insurance is there to help pick you up. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
In Arkadelphia, contact Shelter Agent Chad Kesterson.
Second half action coming your way momentarily. This is Jeff Root, along with me is Chase Hartzell. We want to say thank you to all of our sponsors: Andy's Restaurant, Austin Wingfield State Farm, Bell Wealth Services, Blend Real Estate with Kerry Garnett. He'll be our post-game sponsor. Chad Kesterson, Shelter Insurance, Clark County Farm Bureau, I should say. Dairy Queen, thank you for the Dairy Queen being our sponsor. Eccles, Thompson and Kneebone, Gary and Rob Rucker, Israel Wardlaw, Farmers Insurance, Java Primo, Mary and Martha's, Midian Digital Creations, Pediatrics Plus, Price and Company, Providence Veterinary Care, South Central Connect, Southern Bank Corps, Southwest Auto Collection, Southwest Sporting Goods, Taylor King Law, Turner, Rogers, Manning and Plyler, Welch Funeral Home, and Roadrunner. All our sponsors. We want to say thank you to all of them. We are going to have the third quarter coming your way, and we're going to have a special guest on color commentary during the third quarter. As Aaron Seal has joined us to talk maybe a little bit of football, but a whole lot of band here. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Jeff. Happy
We
to be here.
appreciate it very much. Enjoy the show. I've never seen it from this side before, but we're on the visitor side tonight, and the stands didn't get a chance to be on the home side, so we saw the show from the back side. It's just as beautiful from back here as it is from the front.
Thank
thank you. That's very nice of you to say so. I actually see it from the back a lot in the first period class rehearsal, and I do know that it sounds very different from the back than it does from the front. Unfortunately, this venue is kind of tight, and not a lot of room for a big band like we've got.
That's very true. Here's a kickoff return from the 8-yard line. Going to be a return near the 20. He'll cross the 20 and be knocked out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Let's talk about the performance of the band this year. First of all, let me compliment you. I was in the Arkadelphia High School band.
Wow.
I've seen many band performances. My daughter enjoyed being in the band while she was in high school in Arkadelphia, but I've never seen a show that I've had more fun watching than your show this year. Tell me about how it came about.
It just came about. We had a couple of show ideas kicking around, and the more we talked about this one, the more it developed. And it's just one of those things that, I mean, everybody likes flight. I mean, every little 3-year-old boy wants to play with airplanes. I mean, and I still do. So, I mean, it's just one of those things that you can do so much with it, and there's so much visual aspect with it. And the color guard costumes, the color guard costumes just came out way better than we thought they would. They just look really amazing.
Oh, the whole show is just amazing. Bauxite is out for their first possession of the third quarter. We remind everybody we're in the good sportsmanship rule. It's Arkadelphia 49 and Bauxite 14. Bauxite is getting started. Clock's going to just continue to run here through the second half, and they're going to line up with their freshman quarterback next to their junior quarterback, so they'll leave Farrell in to play quarterback. And on first down, he is going to throw the ball down the middle of the field, and it's incomplete, trying to get it to Zach Taylor, their senior receiver. I want to make sure everybody knows just how well you've already done in competition, with another competition coming on Monday. So we're talking about a complete domination of your classification and really good results overall.
We've had some great success this year. Now, I'll tell you, we put the work in. There's been a tremendous amount of work that we've done, and the kids have done a fantastic job coming off of a COVID year and jumping back into the swing of things and really working hard for us. It's been great.
Farrell is going to throw the ball on 2nd and long. He'll fire it deep downfield. He's got a receiver, and he cannot come up with it. That was Taylor again at midfield. It's 3rd down and 10 coming. Well, Arkadelphia has a strong tradition, and of course you've been part of that as an assistant director and now as director for a few years. It has been a tremendous thing to see the band just continue to do so well. Tell me about getting the younger folks involved and seeing them build into that junior, senior class, the leadership class for the band. You've got tremendous numbers and tremendous enthusiasm.
We really do, and it's a model that Jim Lloyd set up years ago when we started working together, and we just my goal is to continue that tradition and continue that success that we've got. Monday we got a great big contest on Monday. It's the state marching contest, and we've won that 5 years in a row, and we're going up there for number 6 on Monday.
Pass out of bounds. That was 3rd down and 10. It's now 4th down and 10, and Bauxite is again in a punting situation. Clock continues to run as we're down to 9:05, and it's going to run through the second half. We've got plenty of opportunity to have a conversation, and I love to talk about the band. What an amazing accomplishment it is to build a band like this. Talk for a minute about, it's so unusual for a 4A school to have, first of all, the numbers that you have, the quality that you have, and such dedication to year after year live up to high expectations.
It really is unusual. I was looking at the schedule for the contest on Monday of the Class 4A schools that are going to be there. And once again, we're the largest class in 4A, but also of all the 5A bands, we're bigger than all the 5A bands. And we're up into the last two of the 6A bands. We have a big program, and we work hard to recruit and retain kids. And I think the biggest retention we have is success. Success retains success. And as long as we continue working hard, as long as we keep challenging these students, as long as we continue getting the amazing community support that we have, which is, by the way, is absolutely amazing, I don't see any reason why we won't continue doing this for decades and decades from now.
You can tell here, as we are in a rare opportunity so close to the sideline, you can tell these football players are having fun. Of course, they're winning the game easily tonight. Right. You can tell they're having fun. But it means a lot for folks to have success but enjoy doing it, and your band students love what they do.
They love what they do. They actually do. They love to perform, and I wish tonight would have been a little different situation. Some strange things occurred here where we were only given 8 minutes, and really when it came down to it, only about 4 minutes. So so we just try to make the best of that and just do the best we can with what we got. And that's what these kids do. They're great at just doing their best every time. We teach you that from the early years. Every time you perform, do your best every time, and that's the new standard for what's accepted. And then tomorrow has to be better than that.
Bauxite got a first down on a pass interference penalty through an incomplete pass on first down. Here they are at second down and 10. They're going to pitch it to their freshman. This is Marcus Wimberly. He's got some speed and will make some yardage, but not a first down on a second down carry. Let's talk about the fact that between the band, the largest organization on the high school campus, between the football team, between the cheer team, between the cheerleaders, you talk about all those groups on a Friday night, yes, a high percentage of the student body is involved in something going on and performing in front of others.
It's really true. I remember last year we did a pep, or maybe 2 years we did a pep rally, and I noticed that we had the tennis team was getting introduced. There were like 16 or 17 kids on the tennis team, and all but one were also in the band. And then we had, the football teams involved in the pep rallies, the cheers involved, the dances involved, the bands involved. It doesn't actually leave much of an audience to perform to for pep rallies. Of the 500 or so students in the high school, 400 or so are involved in football, band, cheer, dance. I mean, the athletics programs, which are amazing at Arkadelphia. It's just there's just honestly just no more special place than Arkadelphia when it comes to extracurricular activities, band and football and basketball and athletics, dance and cheer.
Farrell, a long pass downfield intercepted by Arkadelphia. Coming up with the interception for the Badgers was Nick Williams. He came up with the ball, so the offense back out on the field now. Arkadelphia leading 49-14. We're in the mercy rule here in the third quarter. I'll tell you what, one thing that I believe is that all of these organizations and all of these performances really build some important skills for students. Let me tell you this quick story. I was in band with a person who became a member of the San Francisco Symphony. I was in band with a person who became a lifelong music professor. I was in band with a person who became a performer in Nashville, Tennessee. They're the professionals. All the rest of us do other things for a living. But having been in band, I know how much it meant to me and the lessons it taught me. That's part of what you're trying to do for the individuals in your band.
It absolutely is. In fact, early on in my career, I thought my job was to turn out band directors, to create band directors. And that's actually, we certainly have done that over the years. But the honest truth is, our goal is to create future band parents.
Yeah, that's a great way to say it. That's a great goal. Interception there, and so Bauxite's going to get the ball back as the clock continues to roll.
We got so many kids that have come through this band program. At this point, I'm teaching kids of kids that have come through the band program. It's been a huge success. The community supportive. The school is very supportive of it. And there's just been a string of great band directors in Arkadelphia. I don't know if it's in the water or what, but all the way back to the 50s, we just had a long run history of really good band programs in Arkadelphia.
Running play for Bauxite. They'll get a few yards to the right side, but Arkadelphia is there for the tackle. Some of the younger guys getting into the game now, and we'll bring you those names as we move along in the game. Aaron, tell me about some of the skills that you want folks to graduate with. They're going to learn to read music. They're going to learn so much about music, and they're going to perform, and they're going to enjoy that, and they're going to be good at it.
They are.
But what will they take away in terms of life skills from the band?
There's so many to choose from, but honestly, the one thing I hope they really take on is be a good person, be a kind person, be a good person. Also, I think it's so important, and I say this to them almost every day, champions show up on time. Mm-hmm. Be on time to play. Mm-hmm. Champions show up on time. And that's important. Just timeliness and punctuality is very important in the professional world. The grit that it takes, because there are so many times where we are out there and it's hot or it's cold.
You bet.
And we're not comfortable and we're hungry and we're thirsty, and we've done it 100 times. And I say, let's do it one more time. Let's perfect it one more time. And you got to find that grit to get down in there, dig in, and really make a point in your mind. We're going to do this better every time.
Nice sack on the play by Chase Vandenborg. Good play by Arkadelphia's younger guys getting some playing time here in the second half. 3:02 left, clock running. We're in a rolling clock because Arkadelphia leads 49-14. Okay, we talked about some serious stuff.
Yeah,
let me ask you about something that is, I guess, slightly less than serious, although we wondered how serious it would be earlier tonight. Have you ever been at a game that was delayed by a power line being hit by a football?
I've not. The only game I've been at that's been delayed more than an hour, and this is, by the way, Dr. Root, incredibly unusual, but the only one I've been to was we went to a playoff game in Wynne, Arkansas one time, and I think we just played the Star-Spangled, their team had played the Star-Spangled Banner, and about that time a lightning bolt hit what seemed like right beside me.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody screamed and yelled, and we all went indoors. And it was they had a homecoming dance or a prom dance or some sort of celebration afterwards. And we were in their venue where the dance was all decorated, and they invited us in there to stay, out of the rain. And when we came back out, the temperature dropped about 30 degrees, and the wind was blowing 100 miles per hour. It was unbelievable. Tonight, at least the wind's not too bad, but the power outage here, I've just never seen anything like that before. That was just unbelievable.
Touchdown by Bauxite just a moment ago, and a long pass to Braden Arnold. Braden Arnold made that touchdown. He just caught the 2-point conversion, so Bauxite will move closer, but the clock's going to continue to run in the good sportsmanship rule. Arnold, by the way, his father Benny played for Arkadelphia, and Braden grew up here in Bauxite. It's been a 3-year starter for the Miners. Arkadelphia had the ball back momentarily. Well, I'll tell you what, we didn't have any bad weather. There wasn't anything that was scary going on at all, but the understanding that we have is that a kick during the warm-ups went over the netting, hit a power line, and then transformers blew after that.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah.
After that, there was a lot of kind of interesting looks around as it got darker and darker, and finally got very dark here as the power company came to fix the problem. But what I found remarkable was your band tended to have a good time anyway. They had a great time, and when it came time for the alma mater, they were ready.
We all we know how to do is have a good time. I'm very serious about that. We have a great time together. I've always said that Spencer Allen's he's just a great kid. He kicked that ball. He's got an electric leg, clearly, and enough so that he took the whole power grid out here in Bauxite. That's how strong his leg is. We had the power out, and I thought it was comical because the people here, the administration here, want to go ahead and do the Star Spangled Banner. Well, that's not something you play every day. So So the the Bauxite band, you don't have that memorized. You read music on that. Well, they're in the dark over there. They can't do that. So they sang the Star Spangled Banner to try to get some semblance of patriotism going on. Then they sang their alma mater. We were going to try to do ours from memory, and I looked up in the crowd and said, how many of you can play it from memory? And I saw about half the band say thumbs up. I thought, that's not enough. So we chose to decline that. Well, all of a sudden, the lights came back on just enough for our side, on our band, to do it. And we were able to play the alma mater, which I thought sounded amazing, by the way.
And a lot of folks joined in singing as well.
Did. Yes, they did.
It was a nice night. And I thought what the Bauxite band did was perfect under these circumstances.
It was very classy.
I mean, it's been dark for some time. Yeah. The lights are not yet on. Yeah. They've gone off in the middle of the pregame ceremony so they can do a little bit more work on one more pole outside the stadium. And yet they must have gotten together over there and said, we can't play it. We're just going to sing it, and then everybody joined in to help out a little bit.
Right, it was kind of on the fly that Mr. Steve Cross, the band director for Bauxite, it must have been just a split decision when they said, okay, stand for the Star Spangled Banner. He's like, we can't play that.
What do we do?
Let's sing it. Here we go. Yeah. And they did. They jumped right in on it. We've had a good rapport with the Bauxite band, and pretty typical for most band programs. In band, you don't play defense.
There you go.
When you go to a contest, you can only play offense. And I tell people it'd be pretty fun to put 5 of our guys out on the field during their band and just wreak havoc. Steal some flagpoles from them, unplug some generators, just do something, knock a tuba over. But we don't get that opportunity to play defense. It's just offense. So we really do have a pretty good rapport with most of the bands around here.
Well, it's fantastic. It's been a very memorable night and a good night for the Arkadelphia Badgers, as your band performed beautifully in a shortened version of your show.
We shortened it down. We did.
And Arkadelphia's football team up 49-22 here. We are entering the fourth quarter here momentarily. I want to say thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you very much. And also, if you want to join us on Monday,
yes,
our contest time at War Memorial Stadium for the state contest will be our shot or our chance at the 6th title in a row that we're gunning for and we've been working really hard for. That performance will be 6:45 Monday at War Memorial. If anybody wants to come out and support the band students and the Badgers for that. In fact, support the whole community.
One more time, 6:45 Monday,
November 1st.
And this is for all the marbles.
This is it. This is the big culminating event. Well, and senior night. Of course, that's a big event too.
Sure.
That we have for our last home game. Which will be probably a pretty big play for everybody.
Looking forward to it. There's an injured Miner on the play, so we're going to take a break and go to a commercial. But, hey, thank you for coming.
Dr. Very happy to be here.
Anytime you want to join in on the broadcast, you just show up, and we'll give you a headset, and we'll go to work.
Fantastic.
Appreciate
Thank
you very much.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Aaron Seal, head band director for the Arkadelphia High School Marching Band. State champion. Just every time you look around, they've won another state championship. The young man who was injured is up, and so we're going to keep it right here after all because he's going to walk off the field under his own power. That's a great thing to see. A good run there. Arkadelphia had in the game backup quarterback Cade McBride, who had been out with an injury for a while, but he is back, and McBride made a nice run on first down, the sophomore quarterback. So ball at the 45-yard line of Bauxite, and the clock will start again soon. 11:29 left in the football game. We're in the rolling clock in the good sportsmanship rule, and Arkadelphia leads at 49-22. A lot of young guys in, so we're going to bring you names. Arkadelphia has brought into the game some of the young guys that are getting a lot of experience here in recent weeks. And McBride is at quarterback. He'll run it again. He's got a little bit of room. He crosses the 40 to the 39-yard line. Good work by quarterback Cade McBride. Back with us is Chase Hartzell. Chase, we just temporarily gave away your headset. You got it back now. But Aaron Seal has such a successful band program. Glad to have him on with us.
He definitely has built an excellent program here at Arkadelphia High School. Next Monday, looking to make it 6 straight state championships. One of the premier programs in the state for sure. A spectacle in both sight and sound.
Back of the football, touching the 40 on first down and 10. Here's a pass out into the flat, and he's hit at the 40 and will be brought down. With the catch was Seth Golden. He's a 10th grader. Bauxite is still playing quite a few starters on defense. Oh, we're getting the full effect of the cheerleaders now. They're working hard down to our left. Kay McBride at quarterback wants to pass into the flat. It goes incomplete. Batting the ball down for Bauxite, making a nice play, was Jorge Acosta. So it is third down and about 10.5 to go.
That was a heads-up play there from Bauxite's defense, as you mentioned, Jeff, and that one was going to be intended for number 7, L.J. Brown. Did look like he had a little bit of space there, but a nice deflection to bat the ball away.
Quick pass incomplete. Tried to get the ball to Seth Golden, but it was incomplete. Fourth down coming for Arkadelphia. And they're in a spot in the field where they may just go for it. Let's see. McBride looks to the sideline to get the play. His running back is D'Angelo Bailey, a very fast running back. Only a 10th grader as well. A lot of young guys in the lineup right now for Arkadelphia. On the line of scrimmage, Jacoby Scott is lined up at right tackle. We'll bring you some other names here momentarily. First, a fourth down play. Back to pass. McBride throws it to the flat. That's complete. Yardage after the catch. It's close. Let's see where they spot the ball. It's near the 30. Is that going to be a first down? Catch by L.J. Brown, another 10th grader. And it is a first down for Bauxite. They did not quite make it to the first down marker. Just about a half yard short, and so Bauxite will take over.
Still a good effort there from Brown trying to extend the play. Had a good run after catch on that one. Nice pass from McBride to set up that play. Just a good job there by Bauxite swarming to the ball.
Younger guys in on defense as well. We do see K.D. Young in, but Young's only a sophomore. He's just a starter. Some of the younger guys in for Arkadelphia include another guy who gets a lot of play with the first team, that being Nick Williams. He had an interception moments ago. We also see checking in Kelburn Middleton. He's played a lot this year. He's a sophomore. Ollie Ware is still in at cornerback. He's going to cover up Arnold, the dangerous receiver, all-conference player for Bauxite. Low snap, but a direct snap to a running back who's going to get some yardage, about 4 on the play. Clock continues to run. We're in the mercy rule here in the second half. Arkadelphia 49, Bauxite 22. Checking out of the game for Arkadelphia is Jelias Solomon. And they're going to throw to the sideline and throw incomplete. Well defended that time. Timmy Rushing in the game, playing some defense on that play. Also in for Arkadelphia, Dakota Black. Alex Gatlin lines up on defense as well. Back to pass. They'll look to the sideline. That ball is hit on the line of scrimmage and falls incomplete. Getting a hand up to knock that away was Jacoby Scott.
Heads up play there by Scott, getting into the backfield. He did a great job getting off his blocks just to get to that one, and then once he got there, he was able to put his hands up for the deflection. And now
4th down, Bauxite's going to go for it. Back to pass, under some pressure. He's going to be hit and sacked. Nice play by Arkadelphia's Timmy Rushing, who came up with the sack. Timmy Rushing came in from the corner and got the sack.
Phenomenal blitz on that play. Blindsided the quarterback. It looked like he didn't really see him coming on that one, but before he knew it, he was down in the backfield, and Arkadelphia causing a turnover on downs. Now some of these young guys maybe with a chance to score here after getting a little help there from Rushing.
Yeah, great to see Timmy Rushing with the big play, and great to be here near the sideline where he is being congratulated by his teammates. Excited for him. Arkadelphia lines up Cade McBride at quarterback. The running back, once again, the very talented D'Angelo Buckley. They're both 10th graders. Here's McBride up the middle. He's going to run the ball. He's going to make some yardage. He'll go down near the 25-yard line. Arkadelphia has in at receiver Evan Bailey. That is Braylon Bailey's brother. Evan is the taller of the two, and he plays receiver. What a game his brother Braylon had. That first half by Bailey was amazing on offense and on defense. And now his brother Evan has checked in and is split wide to the left side. Flags go down to stop the play just as it gets started. Looked like it would have been a good pass for a completion, but instead it's going to be, they'll stop the action. Maddox Atkins would have been the intended receiver. Looked like procedure against Arkadelphia, but the clock will continue to run even on the penalty because we are in the good sportsmanship rule. They'll spot the ball at the 31-yard line now. 2nd down over again for Arkadelphia. The Badger coaches want to see these young guys do well. Here's a pass to the flat, too high and incomplete, intended for L.J. Brown. A lot of sophomores on the field here on offense for Arkadelphia, in the skill positions in particular.
And it's great to see these young guys getting some experience, especially in hostile environments such as this one right here. Really gives you some of that experience and those skills that you need when it comes your turn down the line when you're making starts in these games.
Running play for McBride. Nowhere to go this time. Ball gets away, and it is fallen on by Bauxite, and Bauxite will have the possession. So a turnover against Arkadelphia. And Bauxite will have one more chance with the ball. The clock continues to roll at 3:45 and rolling. Checking into the game for Arkadelphia on the defensive line, Adrian Smith, another sophomore. Lining up near him is Jacoby Scott, the junior, who logs a lot of action. Linebacker in the game, Dakota Black, lining up. Middle linebacker in the game, Zane Thomason. Called his name several times this year. Pass to the right side, high and incomplete. The intended receiver was, I believe, Garrett Morgan. Garrett Oliver, I should say, was the intended receiver. Chase Vandenborg, also a 10th grader, in at linebacker as well for Arkadelphia. Defensive end for the Badgers, Alex Gatlin. He's a junior. Cade McLean is the free safety for Arkadelphia. He's a 10th grader. A lot of sophomores on this team, and they've gotten a lot of experience in the last several weeks as Arkadelphia's had a number of lopsided victories. Badgers are going to go to 8-1 on the year after tonight. Rolling to his right, it's going to be a completed pass. Still the starting quarterback is in for Bauxite. He's a junior. Knocked out of bounds at the 42-yard line of Bauxite. Clock continues to roll at 2:15. Second half has gone quickly under the mercy rule. Arkadelphia will play defense. This is the young freshman on the carry out to the 45-yard line. On the carry was Marcus Wimberly, only a freshman. They are not in a hurry, and now there's an injury, and so they might stop the clock. They do at 1:53 because there's an injured Bauxite player, that being Noah Britton, who is down. And so with the injury, we will take a break. We're going to take a break here with the clock stopped at 1:53 before the end of this football game. Arkadelphia 49 and Bauxite 22. We'll be back after this.
Locally owned and operated, Welch Funeral Home has been serving the Arkadelphia community since 2005. Our goal at Welch Funeral Home is to offer every family that will allow us to serve them the most caring, dignified, professional service at the most affordable price. With over 40 years of experience in the funeral home industry, owner Tim Welch and Welch Funeral Home have also been longtime supporters of the Arkadelphia Badgers and Lady Badgers. Contact Welch Funeral Home at 870-230-1400 or visit them at 202 South 4th Street near downtown Arkadelphia.
Welch Funeral Home, one of our fine sponsors. Appreciate all of our sponsors. Pass play, firing the ball across the middle. Tried to get it to Arnold. Arnold bobbled it and then caught it. He's up to the 44-yard line and tackled at that point. Farrell, a junior, throwing the ball to a senior, Braden Arnold. Arnold's had a good game tonight. Of course, right now, these are starters for Bauxite playing against Arkadelphia's younger guys, getting some experience here in the second half. Arkadelphia does not run up the score. They get to that mercy rule, and then the young guys play the rest of the game. Here's a running play. To the right side it goes. This is a senior on the carry, and he's going to get yardage across the 35 to the 34-yard line. Zach Taylor on the carry. He's a senior here on senior night at Bauxite. Their last game is next week against Nashville. They'll try to pick up a win there. They won their first two and have lost 6 in a row. This will make 7 consecutive losses for Bauxite. Back to pass is Farrell. He looks deep. He will throw deep, and he'll overthrow his intended receiver, incomplete. Clock keeps running, though, at 28 seconds. They might get maybe one more play off. Ball at the Arkadelphia 33-yard line. Farrell may just fire the ball back to the end zone. 16 seconds left, clock running. Farrell backs up, wants to throw it deep. He does throw it deep. He's looking for Arnold, and he overthrows him, incomplete. And that's going to do it. 3, 2, 1. That's it. Arkadelphia 49, Bauxite 22. Arkadelphia with the win moves to 8-1 on the season, and we'll be back with the postgame show. I'm sorry, not 8-1. I'm thinking of tomorrow's game, aren't I? But Arkadelphia has one loss in conference play, so a 5-1 record. We'll be back with postgame show after this.
As a family-owned sporting goods supplier since 1950, Southwest Sporting Goods understands the value of customer service and is committed to providing the best quality customer service and merchandise available. Southwest Sporting Goods is located in Arkadelphia, but also has salesmen that cover the entire state of Arkansas to help ensure that their customers will receive the best customer service and pricing that can be found. Southwest Sporting Goods, located in downtown Arkadelphia, supporting the Badgers since 1950.
Yeah, it really hadn't changed much.
We're back at the stadium where, once again, the final score was Arkadelphia 49 and Bauxite 22. Jim Rothwell has our stats, and normally it takes a little while to wrap it all up. But because the starters only played in the first half, Jim, let's go back and talk about that first half and what the starters did. Amazing. Over 400 yards of total offense in the first half for the Arkadelphia starters.
Yeah, Whitney finished 18 out of 25, 222 yards, 2 touchdowns, and had 2 interceptions there. That fixed. And then McBride came in through several passes, completed 2. did a good job. Good to see him back on the field. Receiving, big night from Bailey. 5 receptions for 85 yards. But the big thing about the receiving, it was spread out. Davis had 3 for 24. Babb had 3 for 34. Campbell had 3 for 25. Lloyd 5 for 54. Just spread out with the receivers. Rushing, Davis had another big night with the long run. 16 carries, 161 yards. Bailey had 3 carries for 56, so total yards for him, over 100 yards again for Bailey, total yards. Davis had 185 total yards. Whitten, of course, had most of his passing. He didn't run a lot tonight. I think that was a plan for him not to run a whole lot, but he ended up with 223 total yards. Again, total yards for Arkadelphia at the end of the game, 467. So not a lot of yards in the second half, but it was good to see some of the backups get on the field and get some experience. So sophomores, it can't help but be better because of that. Defense did a good job in the second half as well. Bauxite kept their starters in and made some big plays. Again, Arnold made a big reception there, and it's hard to keep him down. Again, he had two big receptions there for him. He had 6 receptions for 136 yards and the 2 TDs. The quarterback for Bauxite was 14 out of 36. That's not even 40%. He was just a lot of Arkadelphia pressure, great defensive coverage. All of that they just could never get anything going in the passing game. They did complete a couple of long passes to Arnold, but everything else was caught short, and Arkadelphia would tackle real quick. Rushing, they picked up a few yards in the second half, but only ended up with 63 yards rushing. So they ended up with 276 yards total offense. Again, their scoring came on some big plays from Arnold, and then, of course, the short drive early to get the early 8-point lead.
Jim, let's pick an offensive player of the game. Who would you go with?
Whoa, let's go back and look at see what we got.
Good choices, I know.
Yeah. I think I would go with Whitten tonight. Although Davis had a big night and one long run in particular. Whitten, 18 out of 25, 222 yards. Just real impressive. He took what they were giving him. They were giving that screen pass, and he would take it. The ability to spread the ball around to different receivers, not locking in on one. And then it's hard with Davis, 280-something yards total offense, 161 yards rushing, 16 carries. That's 10 yards a carry, 3 touchdowns. So it's sort of a hard pick between those two.
Jim, I'm going to break the pattern a little bit.
Okay.
I'm going to say offensively and defensively, as a combo, Braylon Bailey does it for me.
I would agree with that. He played a great defensive game, and then offensively he gave him a spark on some runs, the receiving as well.
He was important in the first quarter, especially when it was still a close game.
He really was. He made a difference in that first quarter. He's one that sort of got the offense going, and then several tackles on defense just to shut things down. So if we're going to go a combo tonight, I'd go with Bailey.
So we're going to mention Whitten for sure.
Yeah.
Great game. Mention Davis for sure. Mention that offensive line for sure. The entire defense played well. Of course, they gave up a 13-yard drive after the opening kick was fumbled by Arkadelphia. They gave up one long pass on broken coverage. And otherwise, they gave up a touchdown during the mercy rule when it was the young guys on the field.
And that was just a great catch. He was covered,
exactly,
and he's just a great player.
So otherwise, Arkadelphia's defense just played beautiful football. I will say that while the defense was the star of the evening with 49 points and over 400 yards of total offense in the first half, Bailey will get our award because he just played so well on both sides, the offense and the defense. Not going to lead the team in statistics offensively, not going to necessarily lead in tackles, but he's going to play key spots on both sides of the ball, and he really came through in a big way tonight.
As they sometimes say in basketball, he fills the stat sheet. Tackles, receiving, running, special teams.
Does a little bit of everything.
He fills the stat sheet.
All right, wrap it up for us, Jim. We're talking about Malvern next week.
Well, that will be a good game. It always is. It'll be nice to get them back there at Arkadelphia. Malvern came through tonight with a big win, and they always get up for Arkadelphia. Last year's game was a big one. Their quarterback is phenomenal. He's been hurt some of this year, and we'll just see. I don't know if he played tonight or if he was back. He didn't. So if he's not able to play, it'll be an interesting game. Arkadelphia's offense is hard to stop. They just have so many weapons. And once they get in a rhythm and going, the only thing that ever stops them are themselves when they get some penalties.
Arkadelphia and Malvern, always a great game. It will be again next week. Arkadelphia, though, is on a roll. This team is good. This team is going to be dangerous in the playoffs. Arkadelphia moved to 5-1 in conference play tonight, and they moved to 6-3 overall. The team is on a roll, and we're looking forward to it. It has been a very interesting night. Transformer blows during warm-ups. We're delayed by an hour and 15 minutes on getting on the air and getting started. We couldn't get on the air earlier because we had no electricity to get a signal. And then a very interesting game came here in Bauxite. So Arkadelphia, with the nice win, moves to 5-1 and sets up a showdown at home against Malvern next week, and then it's off to the playoffs. So there's plenty left to do in the season, and we'll be right there for all of it. This is Jeff Root. I want to say thank you to Jim Rothwell and Chase Hartzell, and a special thank you to Coleman Callan, who had an unusual circumstance here in the visiting stands to set up a camera and make it work, and he did exactly that. And to the quarterback of our team, Chris Babb. This is Jeff Root again. Good night, everybody. Arkadelphia was the winner, 49-22. Abby, Daddy is on his way home.
Yeah.